All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going good. I actually slept pretty decent last night considering it's windy, cold, and yeah, it's nasty outside.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow here, but yeah, we slept pretty good too.
Yeah, that's what Annette was telling me. I was on the phone with her earlier, and she says it was a little decent. She's down in Berlin.
Yeah, it's not too bad here.
Yeah, it's super windy. We couldn't even move if we wanted to.
Oh, really?
I don't even know what the wind speeds are.
Now, I'll tell you what, last night was pretty crazy with all those tornadoes.
It was FAFO Cotton Picker. Welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, I'm not going outside. It feels like negative 13. It's 19 degrees outside with high wind warning.
Wow.
What you?
Hey, good morning. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing. What do you want? Upper side band, lower side band?
Lower side, 36 right now.
I'm on my base. That's why I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, that's cool.
See what radar looks like today. Not too bad. It's all thunderstorms from Louisiana, Arkansas. Hey, morning, Heather. Yeah, not too bad.
Good morning. How were you this morning?
Yeah, all the moisture right now is in Minnesota.
Huh, interesting.
hmm At least for up in my area. Other than that, everything's down south in Louisiana and all that. Just regular thunderstorms. See what New
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah, it's a little chilly here too. Woke up this morning, we got a little dusting of snow.
Yeah, I can say it's a little chilly. It's cold here. Ooh, you go onto the radar and you look over towards Clovis at the Cannon's radar site. Here, I'll show you. Put me on big screen.
Yeah, I bet. It was nice and cozy.
That's the
Oh,
Clovis radar.
oh yeah, look at that. Looky there.
Yeah, and Clovis radar was down last night. It goes down a lot.
Huh.
And then click over to the Albuquerque radar. Didn't want to get out of my bed and blankets, and she had four dogs keeping me warm. Nice. Hey, 1028 peeps, welcome in. Bobby, welcome in.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
All
I'm not
right.
watching radar today.
What's that? What's that?
I'm not watching radar today.
That's all right.
Yeah, last night was insane.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I am not. I'm checking my email. I just logged in to see what that was looking around by my area. Tollfax, welcome in.
Hey, what's going on? All right. TikTok just encouraged me to tell my viewers to like and share the live.
Yeah, you twisted my arm.
Right?
Here in a while.
right, guys. Look at that. We're already up to 208 likes, man. Thank you guys so much. Share this live with your friends. And don't forget to click that gold star there and become a subscriber. You guys will get exclusive videos and discounts at the shop. Yeah, it's saying 30% chance of snow here today.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be really super windy today. Uh-oh. Getting a mail from the schools.
Uh-oh.
To the parents of Melody. She's a good kid. She's a AB student, so I don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you guys for all the likes, all the shares. Damn, we're up to 643 already. Look at that.
Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah.
Harbor Freight.
There's a little bit of skip rolling in and out of there.
Let's see. Can FedEx deliver my package to the right address today?
Good luck.
Yeah, so I don't like FedEx. So it's weird because I get all this stuff from FedEx. They deliver it to every house but mine. But yet when I order flowers through FedEx, they drop them off right at my front door. It's like, what the heck?
Well, you've seen our street. There's 4 houses on our street, and they're all the same address, but they're A, B, C, D. And yeah, they deliver it to every other house but ours. And I'm like, dude, it's literally at the end of the road.
Yeah, it's not that hard to find.
No.
Las Vegas, Nevada to Phoenix, Arizona. Weather delay. And now it's in Albuquerque. At least UPS knows where my house is.
Yeah, it never fails. UPS, FedEx, shit. Holy moly. 1,200 likes or 1,300. Dang.
Hey, Greg, welcome in.
Welcome in. What's up?
Heather is on it today.
Yeah. 8516. What's up?
Just like fire.
I'm going to meet. Hello.
Hola.
Holy moly. 1,500. So, how's everyone doing this morning? So, we do these lives to help out people with antenna and radio questions or just general chat. Last night's live, we were talking about radios and it turned into storm chasing. There was a major tornado outbreak through the Midwest last night. We were all watching it on radar. Hope everyone's safe out there. There were some pretty bad ones, unfortunately. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. You can watch I'll post the live on our YouTube page. So if you guys haven't followed us on YouTube, just check out Thunder Valley CB Shop on YouTube and follow that. And we get off the live here, I'll post that live on YouTube. And man, it was crazy. We'll probably try to do a long live today here. I won't be on tonight. Tonight is our date night. What's up, Jim? And but we'll be back on Sunday. My wife and I go to Vernon's Speakeasy in Albuquerque. If you guys never heard of that place, Google that, look that place up. It's really cool. Guys, don't forget to share this live with your friends. Let's get some viewers on here and get the party started. But if you have any radio antenna questions, feel free to fire away. Yesterday, I talked to the owner of 05 Antennas, became a dealer for him. So I'm the Southwest dealer for that big colossal 10K. I was talking to him about ham and GMRS radios, and I guess where he lives, ham's pretty popular. But out here, I said, it's not really that popular. I said, but GMRS is. So he's going to make me a mini colossal 10K for GMRS base radios. That's pretty cool. Yeah, copy that, CJ, no problem.
Morning,
Well,
fellas.
good morning. How are you?
Shoot, if it got any better, it had to sit on my hands, keep from waving at folks.
That's right. Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad to hear it. What are you up to today?
About 555. They still stacking that high.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. But we're above ground. The sun is shining. God is good. We're okay.
That's right. Amen, brother. We ain't pushing daisies this morning, are we?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, man. So yesterday I talked to the owner of 05 Antennas, and he wants me to become a dealer for him out here in the Southwest. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to be
Well,
selling that.
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. We're going to be selling that big colossal 10K. And we were talking about ham and GMRS radios, and I was told him out here ham is kind of really not that popular, but GMRS is. So he's going to start making us a mini colossal 10K just for GMRS based radios.
Well, that's pretty cool. You talking French to me, but I'm just no truck driver.
No, you're good, man. So GMRS radios they transmit on 462 megahertz, but you get a lot better transmission and it's a lot clearer than CB. So, for example, when I leave the shop, start heading home, that's 16 miles away. I can talk to my wife crystal clear on the radio, and a lot of the heavy haul guys now and other pilot cars are using GMRS because there's Yeah, there's too many idiots on the CB, you know.
Yeah, you get on that company channel, you're gonna get all kind of static.
Yeah, and the problem is some of these heavy haul guys, when they're going through big cities, they won't let them talk.
Yeah, well, that's why I kept that box on my dash.
Oh
I'd shut
yeah.
them down. Yeah,
Well,
if I wanted to talk, I'd tell them, hey, you got to raise your hand.
that's right.
That'd
That
make them
is right.
mad. They get plumb upset with me.
Hey there, Trucker Heather, 3,000 likes. Look at you. Thank you, hon. That's really cool.
Got
But
the toys
yeah,
in there this morning.
well, so when I do these lives, I use that G10 mixer from TikTok, and it's hooked to my phone. And
Alrighty, I'm back.
all right, CJ's back.
Good morning, Harold.
And
I'm old school. I had a buddy that used to have one of those foghorn leghorns.
oh yeah,
You
yeah,
remember the
I
old
remember all those.
foghorn
Oh yeah,
leghorn?
yeah, I sure do.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy.
That cracks me up. I know. We were talking about that last night. I remember when I was a kid watching those cartoons.
I
And
miss those old cartoons.
I do too. And there's that one episode where he goes, "That boy's got more screws loose than a hardware store in an earthquake." Holy shit! I laughed so hard.
Hey, they don't make them like that anymore.
No.
Not even close.
See, and
So-
like back
I would have
then,
noticed
back then we weren't dumb enough to do the stuff that they did on cartoons like they are today.
Yeah, well, common sense ain't real common anymore,
No,
unfortunately.
that's true. Hell no, we never even thought about it really. But it was just a cartoon. We knew it. It was funny, and that was it.
That was it. You had your bowl of you had your bowl of Apple Jacks and pulled your sister's hair and got in trouble for that and went on about your day.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. We also never were dumb enough to eat Tide Pods thinking they were candy.
Good Lord.
So I don't even know what that is, but I can only imagine.
Tide Pods are
Tide Pods. Oh yeah. I got you now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those things.
So
I don't
Justin,
If you call it in
speaking of
medical,
amplifiers,
natural select-
we got our first shipment in a 307 amps. He's building custom amps for the shop, and man, they are beautiful. That guy does an amazing job.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I really, really. I mean, I love CBing, and it's one of my old hobbies. And I've really, really wanted to build a base station. I want a base station, something cheap to start out with, just cost efficient that I can talk on and get out there. I live pretty close to I-20 here in Texas,
Yeah.
so I mean, I can get out pretty good, I think.
If you want something inexpensive but actually works really well, put up a Starduster antenna.
Starduster. Hey, hang on
Yeah.
a second. Hey, you guys cut it out. Dogs. Hey, quit that. Quit.
Ooh, Gunny's sending the
Sorry.
meerkats. What's up, Gunny?
Oh, my catahoulas.
Good morning, my friend. Yeah, so if you Google M400 Starduster, it'll come right up.
M4 Starduster?
M400.
M400, okay. So what are we looking at cost-wise? I know I hear you talk all the time. Antenna's the key to everything.
Absolutely. So my Starduster's been in the air for, I don't know, 25 years. And
Really?
yeah, it's really good for shoot and skip because the radials are at about a 45-degree angle, so it shoots your signal up to the atmosphere.
Okay. I mean, what kind of heights we talking about? I told you before I live out here in these East Texas pines and getting above them.
Well, general rule of thumb, if you want to go one wavelength above the ground, so if you're going to talk on CB, that wavelength is 36 feet. So you want the base of the antenna 36 feet.
The bottom of it, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So I'm just curious. I mean, I'm po' boy got po' boy ways. I thought about just taking me a CB and running a DC outlet to it and then just running a coax to a tall antenna and pushing some power behind it. Would that not work?
What kind of power are you going to run?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a Texas Star 350 or maybe a 500.
That'll work. So The Star Duster that'll handle up to 500 watts.
Okay.
You could definitely
Get
do
out
that.
pretty
Sure.
good.
You
I'm sorry,
see
what?
me on the lives? I talk all over the world, man.
On nothing but something close to that. I mean,
Oh, I got the same antenna right now, and I'm
what
running
kind
a
of power you?
Texas Star 400.
Okay.
Here,
And you're
look, I'll show
crystal
you.
clear.
There it is.
Okay.
DX 400 and an
Yeah.
Astron.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So when I
I
get
could.
that colossal up, see that big box above the radio? That's
Yes, sir.
that's that 4-pill that 307 built me.
Okay. Yeah, that
That
one I
does
had in my truck, I was telling you about it. It was a 6 pill, and I don't understand the pills. I mean, is that just that boosting your power?
each pill is a transistor.
Okay.
So usually, as a rule, like a Texas Star, each pill does 100 watts. So if you got 4 pills, it's 400 watts.
I got you. I got you. But I don't know that box that a preacher man built over at the 614. It was it's pretty good size. It was rated at 450, but he went into it, and like I say, I want to say he told me he put 6 pills in it, and when he benched it, it was putting out like 480. And I mean that thing would talk all over the world, bro. I mean, like I say, when I moved drilling rigs out here, the guys, I'd have to turn it off. I mean, I couldn't run it around anywhere close to them because if I keyed up on it, I've actually burnt finals. The Cobra 29 of one of the pole truck operators, I burnt final slap out of his radio. I forgot and pulled up on location with the box still on and keyed up close to him, and he got madder than hell at me.
Oh, that's weird because receivers got what's called limiter diodes in them, and that's kind of impossible to do.
Well, then
So
he's full of crap. See, I told him that. He said,
yeah,
Runway, you burnt the finals out of my radio, keying
nope.
up too close to me.
So think of
I wound
think
up buying him a brand new damn radio.
that sucks. Yeah, no, you can't do that. I had a truck driver come in the shop one day telling
Hey, Dixie
old
Dog.
fractured fairy tales, and he told me one time he pulled into a truck stop and there was a guy hollering and hooting on the radio and pissed him off, so he turned on his Sweet 16 and burned up his radio. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. And I said, did you burn up everyone else's radio in the truck stop too, or just his?
Yeah, okay, I'm following you.
Uh-huh.
Billy Goat's full of shit then. I told him, I said, I ain't
Yep.
burnt your radio up. He said, yeah,
No, you
somebody
can't do
told
that.
me you get too close to me with a box and key up, you burn the finals out. You burnt my finals out. I said, well, I guess I'll buy you a new radio. So,
Well, think of it
yeah.
this way. In the Navy, we could talk to an F-14 2,500 miles away. What happens when he's on the flight deck?
Right? Okay.
See?
Yeah, I'm getting educated now. Next time somebody pulls that crap on me, I'll say, you're full of crap.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Okay, so there's a safety mechanism in there that another radio won't let it, can't do that.
Has someone been close to you, kind of running power, and when they're talking to you, their audio's clipping in and out?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's the limiter diodes and the receiver turning on and off, and it's saving itself.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, because yes, I've been close to another guy that had a Palomar 500 that we used to talk, and every now and then we'd both forget, or he'd forget, or I'd forget, and we'd key up at the same time, or key up close to each other, and that would it kind of go silent for a second and then skip out, and then you'd get part of the transmission. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But he didn't burn your radio up, did he?
No.
See?
I was scared he was.
Hey,
Hey,
Heather,
Phil,
she said
welcome in.
5,000 likes. See, that's weird, Heather. On my end, it says 3,000.
That's what mine's showing is 3.
Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, Justin, just to give you an example how these new amps work,
Yeah.
for the shop, he built me a 2-pill and a 4-pill to sell. And the 2-pill does 450 watts.
Okay, you lost me on that one. You said each pill was 100 watt, and you got a
Right.
2 pill that's putting 400 out. Was
But
it
that's the way you
bridged or something? Or?
That's the way you design the amp.
Okay.
So 2-pill's doing 450. The 4-pill's doing 650.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've changed in technology a lot. So they're more efficient. So like the old Texas Star amps, like for an example, a 667, that damn amp would pull like 65 amps when you key down, and the newer ones don't pull as much amperage. They're cleaner.
Well, we had a truck pusher. I'm fixing to whip y'all's ass. Go play. Sorry.
No, you're good.
These damn Catahoulas got beans in their butt today. They're wanting to jump and run under the damn picnic table out here. No, he had his setup. He had a Texas Star 500 behind a Connex 3300, and man, and he had it in a Chevrolet pickup. Like I said, he was the truck pusher. He handled all the loads and stuff, but he had to be able to talk, to everybody pretty clear. But that was one of the talkingest damn setups I've ever heard. I mean, all he had was a Wilson 5000 antenna, one of the magnetic antennas.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
surprised.
that thing it would pound.
I would never run that kind of power on a Wilson mag mount. He got lucky.
That's what he had.
No, I believe you.
Oh, hey,
But,
look. It's white
so I
stuff.
would run that Starduster antenna, get some good
Yeah.
coax. Don't ever go cheap on coax. That's like,
Okay.
like I say, you don't buy a 308 Savage and put a Walmart scope on it, right? So
Right.
same thing. If you're going to spend the money in the antenna system. And you could
Right.
you could run a cheap piece of shit Walmart radio, and if it's on a good antenna system, it's going to talk.
Like, for
Yeah.
instance, yesterday I was fixing a couple pilot cars' antennas, getting them better performance out of their radio because it's all the antenna. I threw on my President Randy handheld on my Striker A10 on my car, and I was able to talk to my truck driver a little over a mile away off my handheld.
Damn.
Justin, I hooked my little Uniden handheld CB up to the base antenna at the shop, and I was talking to a truck driver in Santa Rosa, 70 miles away on a 4-watt handheld.
Damn.
That's how important antennas are.
Okay. Well, I hear you talk good about that 108-inch whip. I had a buddy that had a 108-inch whip on his truck, and man, that thing it'd get out there. And he wasn't running any power. He just had not a Striker, but was it a Ranger? I can't
Yeah,
remember what
could have
radio. It was an oddball radio, but it was a good radio. I mean, it talked good, but he didn't have any power behind it other than just what he had in the radio,
Yeah.
which is like 4 watts basically. Wasn't that what they come in with factory, most of them?
I don't know. It depends on the radio. But, and the other thing is how it tunes up. So when you set that antenna up, it's got to tune up good.
Right, TSWRs and whatnot.
Yeah, well, you set antennas with ohms, receive loss, and reactance. The byproduct of those three numbers is SWR. So with that, what I'm trying to say is you can have a good SWR, but if those other numbers are off, the antenna's not going to perform that well. So you won't know that if you use an SWR meter.
Right. Well, I've tried, on my radio. I had one of those CB shops. I can't remember. I think it was out in Weatherford or somewhere out West Texas. I stopped and I bought new antennas, and I wanted to get them tuned, SWRs or whatever. And the guy come out there and was showing me on the radio how I could do it on my meter on my radio by.
Yeah, you don't use your radio.
I sat and tinkered with that and tried to get it down to like 0.1 or point something. I can't. It's been so long ago. I sit and fiddle with that forever and never could get it. I never could get it right.
There's the shop in Weatherford. I know there's two shops out there, I think, but I don't remember the names of them. But
Yeah,
that
it's a
one
big
shop.
chrome shop. Yeah, the big chrome shop at the 101 or the 104, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know there's the shop out there in Weatherford that gives me a lot of business because they can't tune antennas to save their life.
Right, no, I can't. I was sadly disappointed when I left there because I was like, oh, hell yeah, I got, $150 worth of new antennas and they got them tuned in. I'm going to be able to talk now. I got out there and I was, what in the hell? Yeah.
I had a bull hauler come in the shop where they put a Predator antenna, coax, and a radio in this guy's truck, and the coax was on backwards. They
Oh, yeah. How do
you know
they do that?
the coax with the end that unscrews off so you can run it.
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah,
end that unscrews goes to the radio, not the antenna side.
right.
And in the Predator antenna, they put a Wilson whip in it, and no wonder it couldn't tune up. The whip was too damn short.
Mm.
So they sold him a used antenna for new. Yeah, they did all sorts of bad stuff, man.
And they will, because the thing about it is, when you're ignorant to it, you don't know, and you're buying stuff thinking, hey, I'm spending all this money, so it's going to be good, and
Right.
you get out there and start playing with it and go, man, I got sold a bag of goods.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, so
Yeah.
for a CS800D, do I still have to match the antenna?
It doesn't matter what you got. You always got to. You don't match the antenna to the radio. You tune the antenna to the vehicle. Your radio
Yeah,
is an irrelevant component. You tune the antenna to whatever it's attached to, whether it's a pole
And then
or a
let me
vehicle.
on that. No hash browns.
I may have seen something that you probably are familiar with. That we had a pilot car driver, a high pole driver, one of our escort trucks. We had a new guy come on location, because every now and then we'd have some high loads or something he'd have to pole for us. And this guy, I mean, his whole front seat and back seat of this truck, it was like a ham setup. Maybe what you were talking about a minute ago, that it's a little video antenna. I mean, but it was like, I don't know, he had all kinds of shit. It looked like a spaceship when you opened up the driver's door.
Hey Ohio,
Yeah.
I've seen a few of those pilots out here.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
had some money. I mean, not hundreds. He had thousands of dollars worth of equipment in there. Like, you would see it a ham setup or some shit. I'm like, damn. I thought I had some money in my stuff, but he had some money.
So Blam Todd goes, I'm using that CS800D for a base hitting a repeater with the antenna on my desk.
That's not too smart. That antenna's sitting on your desk. It has no ground plane. SWRs are going to be pretty high. That's a good way to blow the finals out of the radio.
That's what I was figuring to say. I've always been told, don't ever key up with the antenna loose.
Hey Chris, welcome in.
But I mean, I had enough fire in my wire, brother, when I've actually had guys stand up on my sideboard, on my driver's side of my big truck, and accidentally reach up there and be hanging onto that antenna. And I key up with that box on it. I've scarred people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're lucky you didn't blow that box up.
I didn't realize there was that much heat coming through that antenna like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Cricket, he jumped off. He said, oh, shit. I said, what happened? He said, it burnt the hell out of me. I said, my antenna? He said, yeah. I said, damn.
When I was in the Navy, we invented this antenna that looked like a cargo net. And all you had to do was roll it out on the ground. So that way it was incognito. You don't have a big antenna up in the air, right?
Right.
And we were testing it, and we had signs all over the place. We were kind of far away from it, but we had signs around the net that said, caution, high RF, stay away, blah, blah, blah. Well, this guy wasn't paying attention, and he walked across that net as one of the guys keyed up the mic, and he did 6 months in the hospital.
Shit.
Well, it fried all of his internal organs.
Oh, damn. Jesus. Ooh.
Just like a microwave.
Yep.
Dang, yeah.
It's like even with the 50-watt VHF, I can put a hot dog at the end of that antenna, key it up, and I can cook that hot dog from the inside out, and that's on a 50-watt VHF.
And cook it. Yeah, I'll be surprisingly impressed when I say this, that it did that. I did not realize that there was that much. I guess that's what they call fire in your wire, because I literally saw it firsthand that day. I was like, damn. I did not know it was putting out that much heat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So Blam says, so I have a cookie tray for a ground plane on a Magnum Outvision impaired, having a tough time.
Yeah, well, you always want to put an SWR meter on it and check it. I know that's another wives' tale, putting a mag mount on a cookie tray. That's fine and dandy. You still got to check the SWR. If it's too high, you're going to hurt the radio.
I'm still trying to remember the name of that damn radio. He bought that thing. It was an oddball deal. No one else had one like it, and he put it in his truck. I want to say it wasn't
A Mirage.
Mirage. Yes. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. It's a Mirage.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mirage is the Ranger.
I think they're built by. I think they're built by Ranger. But I mean, a hell of a good talking radio, man.
Oh yeah, they're good.
I mean, the best one I've ever tuned up when I had it in the truck was that Galaxy 959 or 959, I think it was. Yeah, that was. I mean, and I had the guy. He told me, preacher man over there. Like I say, he was my guy to go to because he knew his crap. But he detuned it. He told me because I was running the box, I didn't want any more power coming out of that radio than had to be clearer. It would be a lot clearer if you detuned it.
Absolutely.
And he did that, whatever he did to it, and I hooked it all back up in there. And man, I mean, that sucker was just, you know how you can get a little background noise on a lot of radios?
Gotcha, Blam.
This
Here,
one-
welcome in.
Yeah, this one you could just, I mean, like you're
you got
talking now, it's just crystal clear.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. That way you don't overdrive the amp. That's normal. Yeah, you don't want to run more than about a 4-watt dead key into an amp. So Blam,
Yeah.
what's up?
A whole lot of nothing.
Oh, a lot of nothing.
I used to be on the radio back in the mid AM radio back in mid 80s, early 90s. Got one fine from FCC doing about 20K, 5/8 ground plane, 60-foot antenna.
I got a question. How do they find you when they do that? Somebody said they triangulate you, but I'm just
Oh, yeah.
curious.
Yeah, good fine. Now I'm into DMR radio. So, and then I lost my vision due to retina surgery.
Oh no,
Man,
So,
sorry to hear
man,
that.
that sucks, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a guy that's on our local net out here, GMRS radios, and he's running a cookie sheet on top of his refrigerator with a little bitty mag mount antenna, and yeah, it works good. But you just gotta make sure it tunes up. That's all.
so the people with I'm taking my license April 26. So I remembered all 350 questions.
There you go.
So I did a test yesterday on 114 and missed 36.
Okay.
So I'm on the verge of getting the license as well. I have the radio. It's at a friend's. He's putting in all the frequencies, and my tower's only the repeater's only like 4 miles from me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you
So
should
it's
be able to hit that with no problem.
It's a 50-watt radio, and he has it down at 25, I think.
Yeah, the repeater from my house is 15 miles away, and I can hit it with a 1-watt handheld.
Now,
But,
does those Bofane radios, are those compatible to a repeater?
yeah, they are, but they're just so cheap. It kills your range. They're really dirty radios, man. You put them on a spectrum analyzer, and you key the mic, and they're keying up on 10 different channels.
Oh, wow.
That's why they're cheap. So, like the radios I sell at the shop are the Wolfman brand radios, and they're really clean on the spectrum analyzer. They work good.
Okay. So I'd have to have someone come over from and check the SWR for me before I do anything, right?
Yeah, I would for sure.
Because my friend in Connecticut, I always ask him, transmit for me, transmit. Talk to somebody, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And he'll throw out his call sign, and he has the hotspot, and he gets no response.
Well, and the cool thing too about the Wolfman radios is they have a feature to when you change channels, the radio talks to you and it lets you know what channel you're on.
Yeah, that's what that CS 800D does. It tells
Really?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll talk back to you.
It'll tell me
Yes,
what
when
channel.
you change it. Yeah, when you change the channel, it tells you what channel you're on.
So
Oh.
my friend has it all programmed for, simplex. It would be channel 1, for instance, and then Channel 2 will be North America, and then et cetera, et cetera. And then all this memorized. I think he put 36 channels in there, I think.
Yeah, so these radios hold 1,000 channels.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that the CS800, I think it's like 3,000 or something.
Yeah, dual band receiver, but it's got the super heterodyne chip in it, and that's the key. That's why they transmit so far and they're so clear. So, to give an example, I did a test, and handheld to handheld, I talked to a buddy 26 miles away on Simplex.
Wow.
Hell,
Okay.
In the Wuxen 980 Papa, the mobile that's in my pickup truck, I'm running the Comet SSB 15 tri-band antenna. It does 2 meter, 6 meter in GMRS. And with that antenna and that mobile in my truck, I talk Simplex 60 miles, and I hit a repeater at 100 miles with it.
60 miles on a handheld?
Yep.
No, it's the mobile
mobile.
version in my truck.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that GMRS stuff there? I've been kind of phasing to that way.
Oh, it's fun. In the shop, God, I don't know. I probably sell 200 units a month. So
What are those radios going for?
well, there's two different handhelds. One is a 5 watt, one is a 10 watt. It's 149 to 159 for the handhelds, and the mobile 980 Papa, that's a quad band radio, and that radio is 329 50 watt.
Oh, I should have bought that one then.
Yeah, their performance is pretty much unmatched for the money. I did 3 months of research before I brought them in the shop, and that's why I brought them in.
Yeah, where I live at, I can't put up an antenna, and I just sold my 959 with a Skipper 300 driving a Golden Falcon.
Oh, wow.
So
That's too bad. I wish I would have known that. I'd have bought that.
it had flat tubes, but I used a Skipper 300 to drive it. It did keep
Hey, Art,
about
welcome in.
1,000, I think. It would swing to maybe almost 4K, I think I had it at.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing about, let's say if you were to use that 980 Papa as a base radio, and all the controls are on the microphone, you can control the whole radio from the mic.
Yeah,
Um,
that's how the CS is.
Yeah. But the antenna for that, if you just ran a little Comet 2x4, I think that antenna is only 28 or 30 inches long.
Oh, yeah, I have it all set up. I got the power supply and
Yeah.
the antenna with the adapter, the N adapter, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shane, welcome in.
Do you have a back porch?
I live in a mobile,
Okay.
so my window is right underneath the carport where I have the antenna sitting on my file cabinet, like it's
All right.
a wooden file cabinet,
Is your carport metal?
aluminum.
Ah, shit.
Hey, Dan the Man, welcome in.
So
Say if it was metal, we could put a mag mount up there.
yeah, the actual antenna has a coil on it at the
Hey, Tiger
top.
Lily.
Yeah.
So I do have to check that radio should have an SWR built in it, I would believe, right?
No. No, you got to put a meter on them and check them. That's the
Okay.
correct way to do it. Don't use meters in the radios, because if that
Well,
adjustment
yeah.
in the radio is not set up right, you're going to get a false reading.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this DMR stuff. I was always an AM and sideband user. Like doing the
Well, it's the same. Doesn't
Is
matter
it?
what radio
Okay.
you have. You got to set SWRs. Yeah. What's up, Papa Tim?
Yeah, I used to love doing the DX back in the mid-80s and 90s. Had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that's when I started with radios, 1986.
Wow, yeah.
That's when I started working on them.
Yeah, I was still talking to Motormouth Mall and who else? A couple people over in Hawaii.
Yeah. John is a good friend of mine, Motormouth Mall.
Yeah, Yeah, great guy.
Yes, he is. Very nice man.
I
Yeah, it's all right there, Justin.
sent some Tosebas to Luke there. I just didn't have no use for him. I think I had a set of 4 that were matching.
Oh wow.
I'm like, here you go, man. It's just I know I could have got money for him, but losing my
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard, man. Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you have any questions or need any help, I don't know if you're able to take down my phone number. I'll give it to you.
Not at this time because my wife usually I couldn't even see to put someone's call sign down.
Yeah. No
But
problem.
I got a recorder, one of those little push to talk recorder things. I'm trying to figure that out. So when I do
Yeah,
get
no problem.
someone's call sign, I'm in your lives a lot, but it's just the text.
Yeah.
I can't see to. I know where stuff's at still, but when I go to try to text, it's like hitting an invite, and I get removed a lot from people. No, I'm not. I don't know you. I'm not bringing you up.
Yeah, no, that's all good. We'll remember you,
So
man. Yeah,
yeah,
don't worry about it. You got any questions, man? Just somehow you get a hold of us or tell your wife just to Google Thunder Valley CB Shop and the phone number will be right there and y'all can call me.
Thunder Valley.
Yeah,
Where's that at? Like,
we're in New Mexico.
oh, okay. And you over by what's his name? What's that guy's name out there?
I'm the only
Tune
one out here.
something.
Oh, you're talking about Mud Duck Fine Tune CB Shop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. He's down the south. I don't give a fuck about him, but um
yeah. I
w-
watched some of his videos back then when I did have eyesight, but
yeah, he's a joke. Anyway, we're at
yeah.
Moriarty, New Mexico. We're at Lisa's Truck Center. That's where my shop's at.
Okay. That was called what again?
Thunder Valley
Thunder
CB
Valley
Shop.
CB shop. Okay. Thunder Valley. Got it.
What part of New Mexico did you say you're in?
Moriarty, we're at Lisa's Truck Center.
Where north, west, south? I'm trying to get a.
We're
Right dead
dead
center.
center of the state.
Moriarty, New Mexico, 40 miles east of Albuquerque on I-40.
Okay, south Albuquerque. Okay.
Nope, east of Albuquerque.
Oh, east of Albuquerque.
We're
Okay,
dead
you're back
center of the
towards us.
state.
Okay.
Wow. All right. That's cool. Thanks for bringing me up, you guys. It's well appreciative.
Yeah, man, you can join anytime you want. We usually do one live in the morning, one at night. And except for Saturdays. Saturdays we do one in the early morning here and then or early afternoon, I should say. And then at nighttime I don't do one because that's our date night. And but Sunday we're back at it. One in the morning, one at night.
Okay. I'll have her follow you. I'll have her give you guys a follow then.
Yeah, man, thanks. But yeah, you got any questions, dude? Just give us a holler. We'll do our best to help you.
The person I'm with that's helping me on it,
Hey, William, welcome in.
I'm always digging for questions and answers, and I just get so frustrated. Just send me my radio.
Yeah.
And I haven't passed the exam yet for him to put in my call sign and ID. Because in my area, I don't know nobody, and he lives in Connecticut.
Oh wow.
So
Where do you live at?
I'm in California, right? Just out of like Desert Hot Springs, Palm Springs,
Yeah.
Inland Empire. I don't know. I used to say the shaky grounds when I was on the radio. When I had my tower and stuff up there.
No, that's good, man. Yeah, don't worry about it. But from now on, if you need help, we'll help you out.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'll tell the wife, and then we'll get back in contact with you where I can just talk to you on the phone.
Yeah, not a problem. Yep.
That'd
Just
be
remember
great.
Thunder Valley CB Shop.
All right. All right, I'm out then. 73.
All right, my friend. You have a good one. 73s, buddy. All right. Back to Justin.
Yeah, sorry I lost you. I was
Real quick
checking
before
on
you do Justin, you want to do some housekeeping?
Yeah, guys. Hey, real quick, I want to thank everyone for all the likes and all the shares. Sharing the live helps out a lot with the algorithm. And if you guys click on that little gold star up there and you subscribe to the page, not only do you guys get exclusive technical videos that no one else gets, but you also get discounts at my shop.
Okay. Mine's at the bottom of the page, but just hit it and it does what now?
You subscribe to the channel.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And I do subscriber only videos, so no one else can see them but subscribers. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put in a bunch of credit card information and stuff. Looks like. I don't know if I'm on file. I'm not tech savvy when it comes to these damn smartphones.
That's okay. I'm not either. I had to learn. And it's weird because I'm not a computer guy. It doesn't make no sense being an electronic guy, but I'm not a computer guy, right?
Was it different algorithms?
Yeah,
What,
right.
zeros and ones?
Yeah, I remember that.
I can remember the old computer days back in school when they first came out. We had computer class. Well, we thought we were something. Remember the old big Macintosh? The viewer screens looked like mini television sets.
Yeah,
They weighed about 50 pounds. Everybody had their own little cubicle.
and
Yeah.
a floppy disk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had the floppy disk
3.5 inch
drive.
and the 5 inch, yeah.
Oh, no. I think ours were like 12 by 12 inch computer monitors or whatever it was. Yeah, those were the days.
Oh yeah.
These
Yeah.
kids do more
I was
than that
gonna-
on their damn.
When I was
I'm sorry.
in elementary, we started off with typewriters, and then I think it was third grade, which had been like '93, is when they finally started bringing computers into our elementary school. And that's when we had those 5.5 inch floppy disks.
Yeah. I graduated in '91, so that was. I entered the revolution of the bag phone / cell phone when they first came out.
Yep.
That was something. And those phones, I'm gonna tell you what. I remember you have all the problem with drop calls and roaming and all that crap nowadays. Those bag phones, I don't care if you were in a hole 10 foot under the ground and buried up, covered. You could talk whenever you wanted to, just crystal clear. I mean, it didn't matter where you're at or where you are. I don't know what it was. Somebody said they were a satellite phone instead of the digital signal now or something. I don't know. I had no idea.
Right.
Yeah, they were a sat phone.
They were
Hey,
sat.
Woji.
That's why. Is that why they were so communicating? I mean, they communicated
Well,
so good.
that's one reason why. The other reason why is they put out a lot of power, and then the FCC regulated that, and that's when they went to shit.
Now that makes
Yeah.
sense. Anything
Yeah.
that works good, they take away.
Oh yeah, the FCC could fuck up a wet dream. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah, yeah. They can. Yeah, yeah. I missed
Yeah.
it when all the drivers had CBs too, man.
Yeah, that's a shame, and it seems like a dinosaur anymore. These newer, what I call the college truck drivers. Yeah, you have to go to school to be a truck driver now. They don't know what a CB is. They got those things hanging out of their ears and
Hey, Roy. Good morning. Let me let you in.
GPS and all that stuff.
Yeah, I had one of them new drivers tell me one day that he doesn't need a CB. He just uses Google Maps, and I said, Google Maps. Google Maps doesn't update that fast, and Google Maps ain't going to tell you what a trucker's going to tell you on the radio.
Exactly. I used to tell them all the time. They holler, "Oh, I got so many speeding tickets." Well, I said, "You only get 3, And I said, "Yeah." I said, "You got the best damn CB or radar detector right there on your dash. That CB." They, "What do you mean?" I said that cop down there in the bushes, he's gonna be flipping that trigger off and on, off and on. I said, "You don't know that." I said, "But that driver coming eastbound, you're going westbound. All you got to do is key up and say, 'Hey, eastbound, what'd you leave behind you?' He's gonna tell you right where he's sitting and what he's doing."
That's right.
It's that CB ain't gonna lie to you. That radar
No.
detector ain't gonna tell you.
That's right.
No, that damn radio ain't.
I can't tell you how many tickets my CB has saved me.
Sure.
Hey, Eric goes, he misses
I don't
when all
mean to
drivers
interrupt.
have CDs in their trucks. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
don't tell you.
Hey,
This
Eric.
is my new
what's up?
truck.
Thank you, man.
Give you the box. What the hell? I'm trying to get the camera to work.
Hey, morning, Roy.
Okay. This is
Hey guys.
This is where my CB antennas are on this truck because I don't have regular mirrors.
Yeah, so your camera's not on. We can't see it.
Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, never mind.
There we go.
There we go.
Behind the cab.
Yeah, because those are my mirrors. There's nowhere
Yeah.
to put them on. Yeah, there's nowhere to put them on. But now you're sitting here talking radios. Show what I got in here.
I've seen guys mount them on that base plate right there in front of your fifth wheel. A lot of them, those whips.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah,
do.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, because my company is like, oh yeah, let's get these video mirrors. Yeah, they're the best things in the world. No, they're not. That's what I've got in the truck.
There you go.
So y'all talking radios?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad radio.
No.
But at the end of the day, it's all about the antenna.
Yeah, I know, but and then these, like I said, those are there. These are my mirrors.
Wow.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
Volvo.
What kind of truck is that?
Hey, nothing wrong with a Volvo.
Oh, I didn't custom one of the best riding trucks there are, but I'm sorry, I'm an old school Peter car guy.
No, it's not a problem. But no, you're sitting here talking about the old. No, cell phones weren't satellite. They were radio. That pretty much. I mean, they're digital now. But you were talking about bag phone.
Yeah. Back in the day, the old bag phones, they first came out.
Yeah, they ran on a cellular type system that wasn't all that great.
Yeah, they were on a
Well,
800 megahertz microwave.
That's right.
system.
It depends
I
on
don't know.
it depends on the bag phone though. There were sat phones.
There were, yes.
Yeah, I had one.
Well, yeah, but
The Motorola I had, all I know is I can tell you I could talk to Jesus on it. I mean, it was
Yeah.
literally.
yeah,
Morning,
no,
chicken hump.
I had a bag phone, but it was on that radio, like a radio type cellular system. That I mean, it's like you pay like $1.25 a minute.
Yep.
Oh, it was outrageous. I mean, this was a Motorola phone, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll put it this way: I was on location working one day, and the boss man come rolling up after I'd had it for about 3 months, and I was having to call into the office to get verification so I could keep using the phone because the bill would get so high. The secretary, she was kind of sweet on me. She'd go ahead and let me do it. She'd call the phone company and have them re-up it for me. And the boss come rolling up there one day and drops his sheet of paper about head high or above, and it hit the ground and kept rolling. He said, "What in the fuck is this?" I said, What? He said, $1,200 damn phone bill. I said, "Oh, damn."
Wow.
Hey, Justin, hold on
Roman.
1 minute.
Yeah. By the way, this is the other radio I got.
Yeah, hold on there, Eric. So Canvas goes, what handheld that's good enough to go from Ohio to California? Nothing expensive.
Nothing.
That's where the presidents have gone by now.
Yeah.
But that's one of the first. I'll put it this way: on that radio, I'll turn my camera off. On that radio, I think it's one of the first ones that went FM with the AM/FM system. I know presidents had them in the bigger radios and all that, but I think it's when they finally legalized the FM side to where you can have the 40 channels. Yeah.
Yeah, Ranger had FM for, I don't know, 40 years ago.
Holy shit! I've had Rangers. I've had the 2950. I had the unit in version of the 2950.
Yeah, great radio.
The best radio I have, I don't even know where it is right now, but I have an original Connex, or not Connex, Galaxy 66.
Yeah,
That radio,
those are good radios.
Yeah, I got that radio back in the 90s.
Yeah, you know why that radio is good? It's got a Ranger board in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, no,
all right, CG, I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, I've had some pretty good radios. Then I also had Cobras.
Yeah, the old Cobra. I found one in a car the other day. I work at a pick and pull, and we find all kinds of stuff in the car trunks and stuff. And there was a Midland, an old Midland that I found in the trunk of a car the other day. I don't even know if it works. It had the old rotary dials type, channel changer on it. Yeah.
40 or
I don't
20. What is it? 25 was the max at one point.
23.
And then 40 or 23. Was it 23 or
I was
40?
showing her that other drink. She was like,
Lord, I can't even remember. You talking about channel wise? I don't remember. And now that you say that, I'm gonna have to look at that radio and see what channel it was. I think you're right. It's like a 23 channel or something like that.
Yeah, because I think what it was a 23 channel for a long time. Because the original, if I'm correct, the original 29, the original Cobra 29 was the 23 channel, and then when they switched to the digital channel numbers, it went to 40.
40.
'Cause I don't think, because I don't think they had I don't think they had a turn one, a knob one with the numbers on it on the 29. I know the 25 did.
Yeah. This one has the old knob style channel changer on it. I'm gonna look at that Monday when it's sitting at the yard. I'm gonna see, but I think you're right. It was like a 23 channel.
Little windy up there, CJ?
Huh?
Little windy up there?
It's windy. It's cold. It's snowing.
Where are you at that it's snowing?
Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh, okay. Just you leave that snow there, okay?
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's heading all east, and New Mexico's even getting snow. So,
extra
Oh,
blue
Christ.
Yeah, it's snowing like a bastard in Utah.
They got a bunch of bad tornadoes and thunderstorms across the middle of the country last night. I got some friends in parts of Tennessee, and they thought they were going to get hit.
Oh yeah.
Our whole live last night was storm chasing.
Yeah, no, I gotta leave out.
Are you the one on the live radar?
Yeah, last night I was.
Okay, I was watching you last night. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on with Jay last night. We were doing storm chasing and talking radios.
Yeah. I was watching you last night. Y'all got some good coverage. That guy, he's an actual meteorologist, retired or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I was watching him, listening to him. He was pulling them out left and right. I mean, I could tell he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, those guys do. Yeah, I'm typically just a pilot car, but last night I'm a certified storm spotter, so I was just watching everything. We turned the live into storm chasing and radio talk.
And
Okay, I
shit
didn't
talking.
catch that in. Now you're not the one that left your parents out on the East Coast to drive all the way over to wherever it was to chase the storm, are you?
No. My parents live in New Mexico, and
Okay, well there was some guy they were talking about left and went across the country so he could chase it or something.
yeah, no, that wouldn't be me.
So Justin, I was going to ask you, do you have a metal roof on your house?
Yeah, I mean, the shop that I'm in here it's got like a little, it's tin roof.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm thinking about doing this on an RV. I've got an RV that I'm remodeling, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it on it. I mean, I'm probably going to have to run like a tower and then run the coax from the tower inside. That's that type of deal.
yeah, that'll work. So if you put that tower up next to your shop there, that metal roof will help.
Well, I mean, I'm moving into an RV that I'm remodeling, so I'm going to be in it. So I just run inside the RV with it. I mean,
Yeah, you can do that.
when
Sure.
when I bury the coax, do I have any kind of insulators that I need to do, like PVC pipe, that type thing?
I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can.
How would you go about it? Run it overhead?
Yeah.
Okay, keep it anywhere, no ground contact.
Well, you got to remember, coax, will deteriorate after a while, and you're going to have to replace it.
Okay, I got you. I didn't know if it had anything to do with the ground interference or something like that.
No.
It's a little hard to do on this truck because, like I said, the coaxes go from where the CB is. At least I know they're 18 foot. Not like it used to be, but they go all the way. They go like through the body. I'm assuming they're going through the sides and over. Well, two sides somewhere down to the bottom of the cab, and then up the up the back of the cab outside to the antennas. I mean, this is a company truck. I don't own
Yeah,
my own
he's
truck.
talking about setting up a base.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, but I was just going in comparison because, like I said, I mean, most people I know they got base stations usually have 102-inch sitting outside the house or sitting on the house. They just run the coax right out the window and right up to the whip.
Hey, real quick, JJ. So he's located at Lisa's truck stop on I-40 in Moriarty, New Mexico.
Yeah, that's where our shop's at.
Oh, your
So,
shop's
quick
in New
question.
Mexico?
Yeah, my shop. I
Oh,
own Thunder Valley CB shop at Lisa's Truck Center.
okay.
Quick question on the base station components, like the mic and that kind of thing. I know you usually have one that just sits like a platform mic. Do I go to
Desk
like
mic.
Radio Shack or what? Where do you find those type items? I don't even think Radio Shack's around anymore, are they?
No, this is a Galaxy desk mic.
Yeah, like a
There's
desk mic.
Radio Shacks.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you find that?
eBay.
Okay, you had to go online.
Yep.
Hmm.
There are one or two rare shops that do have them.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can get them for you too. They're just not a hot commodity, and that's why I don't stock them.
Right. I understand. I mean, you don't want something sitting there collecting dust nobody's going to buy. I mean, not
What
nobody's
about
going to buy, but not very few people are going to buy.
Yeah.
what
Well, the
about the
base radios.
aesthetic?
Well, base radios are starting to get more popular. What was that now?
What about the aesthetic desk mount? You know,
Yeah, the
I
old
can't
ones
remember
are
what the
okay.
yeah, because I mean, that's all I use are aesthetic mics. I
Yeah,
don't
the
have
old
a base
ones.
station, but everybody I've known back in the day. Telephone, nobody home. Um,
Hola.
no, the back in the day before I started driving, um, I was in a CB group in Manassas, Virginia. That's how I mean I've been into CB since I was a little kid, but where I really got into it was there. We had this one guy named Daddy Deacon, real ass, I can tell you that much. Um, but he had a base station at home with an aesthetic mic. I've I don't know, I thought aesthetic's been the best mic ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell,
Yeah,
I'd even use my handheld on a base station if I had one.
yeah. They're not bad mics. If you hear if you hear me talk to you, Skip, or something on this Galaxy, you'll hear the difference.
No, I mean that's the thing. Everybody goes because back in those days it was either what is it, the Road King or the aesthetic on the mobiles.
Yeah, the old Road Kings are hard to find. Had the old push button at the top. Remember those that had the old push button at the top?
Yeah, they still make them.
Do they?
Yeah, you can still find them. I mean,
It's not the same
um,
mic. They're made in China.
no,
They're a
no,
60
no.
ohm
It's
impedance mic, and
okay. That
that's why the Ranger mic sounds so good on these radios because they're a 200 ohm impedance.
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
know the
I'm
old Road Kings
go
are
ahead.
not are better. Yeah, I know the old Road Kings are better than new ones because everybody's people that I know that were like Road King. I mean, that's all they would have is a Road King. They wouldn't
Yeah,
have any other mic. Now they're switching over to aesthetic.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was a fan of a static when I was running over the road. That's what I used was a static.
Well, the one I got hooked now is the American flag one. But the
Yeah,
difference is I took my old aesthetic that I had on the radio. Because I don't like the metal cord at all.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the aesthetic the interior of this mic is actually older than the mic itself. I've changed the cord on it but the electronics inside the mic are like, I don't know what my first. It's like second aesthetic mic I ever had, and that mic's like maybe 20 years old.
Yeah, I used to have that same mic you're talking about with the American flag on it. Had the
Copy that, old school.
chrome back on it. But what I
Yeah,
did with that metal cord you're talking about, the metal one, you take some of
right.
those mini bungee cords, and you can take those mini bungee cords and hang them from your push button on your ceiling of the truck, and that way of course I had the ratchet mic ratchet, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, the only thing if you're on location bouncing around, it would slap you in the head every now and then.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've always liked the original rubber coiled
Right.
cord because they don't seem to have a lot of problems. I mean, I've tried a couple of the metal cords, with other aesthetics, and it's just they hang too far down.
Right.
Um, they always, I mean, no, I never got hit in the head with it, um, but I mean, I've been trucking since '92, so I've had all different trucks. I
Yeah,
mean, the
I
one you
got
see in the
you.
picture, yeah, the one you see in the picture is a 3-axle heavy haul truck. One
We
of
can
my,
relate. I started about the same time you did. I'm about 92, 93.
yeah, and the one thing I've always kept in the rig. I don't have it in my cars, but in my rigs is a radio. But
Yeah.
I've always, my thing was like, okay, with Volvo, I mean, I've had two of the original VNs, the 660 and the 770. Back then, the CBs used to sit on the dash on those trucks.
Right.
Um, that's where the thing was. And then I've been with companies where they have like the Freightliners, the Columbia, and the Century class, where they've ordered the trucks with the CB and all the connections on the dash. Now on Freightliner, I'd rather have it up here where mine's at now.
Yeah, overhead.
Yeah, because it gives me more dash space,
Mm-hmm.
but
Unless you don't get
um,
the heat from the sun beating down on it through the windshield.
no,
That's
and
right.
that's the thing. Even my radios, if I have them on the dash, I change the out to the chrome so that the light bounces off of it because with the black it absorbs it. And I've had two radios in the past actually fry out that set on the dash
I
just
Mm-hmm.
know
because
it
of that.
makes people spying on me.
But no, like I said, I mean my radios.
Spying on me.
I mean I'm old school. You know,
Right.
I mean I hate. I love this truck. I hate the transmission as well. Well, I really can't say I hate this auto shift compared to
Before you get that auto shit automatic.
auto shift.
Yeah.
Actually, you know
I'm,
what? With Volvo, I'd say it's a true automatic because there's no the transmission itself is built as one component
hmm.
compared to the Fuller Eaton. The Fuller Eaton is actually has a computer over a small stick.
Hmm. I don't know. That was before I was out of it before I had the opportunity to mess with that. Thank God.
I've actually
I'm
had
an,
the original auto shift with a clutch.
yeah, I'm an old 5 and a 4, 6 and a 4. And of course, a lot of people you get in there, you give them 2 sticks to mess with, and they're lost. They don't know what the hell to do with 2 sticks.
Hey, I'm in that boat. Okay.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Shit, nowadays they can't even do one stick.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
You get you a good 6 and a 4 with a good rear behind it, and brother, you can go see Jesus with that sucker. You got
Oh
enough
hell.
gear. I mean, I think it's like 20. A 5 and a 4, I think it's 22 gear, 23 gears, somewhere in there. But yeah, when you get that auxiliary box moving, and you reach over there and grab 4 in that auxiliary, yeah, you triple digit if you got the right rears. You moving.
I'll put it this way: most of the trucks I've had up until recently,
Now we're at 5K.
Yeah, man. We're at
most of
5K.
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah. Most of the trucks I've had have been a single stick, and then one company I was with, this is back in 2001, actually was the first real auto shift. This is when they were actually calling them auto shifts.
I remember
And
when I never got a chance to fool with one.
it was weird. You put the clutch in, you move the stick to drive, and you have to put the clutch in to get the transmission to activate. And then you take your foot off, and it does all the shifting. And when you go to stop at a light or stop to stop, you had to put the clutch in. And that's how that worked.
Oh, okay.
And,
sorry,
and
guys.
then,
We're not trying to get off subject on you.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to tell Eric on that
I'm
Connex that
sorry.
he's running to try running a Ranger mic on it. He'll sound a whole lot better. That guys don't realize that Galaxies and Connexes have had Ranger boards in them for 50 years. So
I've heard that.
Yeah, so the impedance of the mic matches the board. Everything about radios is numbers, guys. Everything is math. Everything's got to match. People's opinions don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, it's what the numbers mean. So try and Ranger mic on it. Now, the only thing about the Ranger mics is you got to have them right up against your mouth to work, and they're designed that way on purpose. You'll get no background noise, none. The way I'm talking to you now on this live, that's what you sound like with the Ranger mic for the most part.
You know, and you say that, I used to have one of the biggest problems I had, especially with the Connex radio, the 3300 that I had, is when in the truck, if my mic was too close to the external speaker, I'd get the squeal. It would just, somebody said, well, throw a rag over it. So I'd take a red rag and wrap a red rag around it or put a hat over my external mic, and it would seem to stop it for a minute, but every now and then it would still bleed back in. I don't know why.
Where did you have your mic gain set?
Hell, probably about 3/4. I'm sure somewhere in there.
That's too high. So you set your mic gain at 1 o'clock. That's a sweet spot for most radios. Okay. Mic gain is not mic volume. It doesn't make you louder. It's mic gain. It makes the microphone pick up more sound. Well, when you pass the sweet spot about 1 o'clock, now the microphone is picking up more sound than the radio can process. That's where you overmodulate.
You overmodulate. Welcome in.
So I've never had a problem with my aesthetics.
No, I didn't say you had a problem with them, but when you put a Ranger mic on them, the audio will be so much clearer. I do this all the time in the shop. We'll do a radio check, do an install, and I'll say, all right, now watch this. I'll do a radio check. You can listen in the shop. You can listen to your radio. I'll do a radio check with your mic, and then I'll just swap it out to a Ranger. You tell me what you think every time. Oh, yeah, keep the Ranger in there.
I've had CD shop. There's one I go to in Louisiana every so often. It's right there off 20 outside of what is that? What's that city in the middle of 20?
You talking about over at Houghton? Over there?
Yeah, it's on the west side. It's on 20. I think it's exit 103 or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Houghton.
Yeah, I've stopped there, and the guy's he's hooked the Ranger up to every one of my radios because when I've gone in there with him, and I've never heard a difference between the Ranger or the S-Static. And if I'm correct, he's big on S-Static too.
S-Static used to be good when they were made in Pennsylvania. Now they're made in China. Same with Road King.
Yeah, I'm like him. All the old school drivers, and the Ranger, the Road King was the way to go. Those old school Road Kings. And they talked. They were clear.
When they were made by Telex, they were the best mic on the market, hands down. Then they sold to Turner, and that's when they went downhill. And now they're all made in China.
Yeah, and like I said, I've always, pretty much since I found out about it, because when I was in Manassas before I started driving, there was a CB shop in this little shopping center right there off of 66, And that guy, I mean, he did all the CB works for our club, and he liked both Road King and Ecstatic, but he used on his base station, he used an Ecstatic hand mic.
There's some
You know,
piece in the garage or something.
do what?
I'm sorry, I was talking with my no.
No. But he always used an Ecstatic, and the first Ecstatic I ever had was that damn the red one, the devil one, the power mic. And I hated that thing. That was the only that's the only Ecstatic I hate is the that power mic they made, because
Hey, David Burns, welcome in.
Yeah,
somebody
most people
talked.
don't have an ear for audio, and everyone just thinks loud is good. So when you listen to an Ecstatic as opposed to a Ranger, the clarity is way better, way better. Ranger, the reason why they're called Ranger is, well, they started out making radio equipment for the military, and when I was in the Navy, they made a lot of radios for the Navy, and a lot of their mics were made by Ranger. And anyway, yeah, the Ranger stuff is totally different. If you listen to the quality of it, yeah, golly, I think we sell probably 50 Ranger mics a week. It's crazy at the shop. But if you got to listen to not the loudness of it, but the clarity. And yeah, they're
with the clear.
yeah, they're hands down, yeah, way better. Now the oldest static mics were really good. I love them. But they're just not the same anymore. They're not made in Pennsylvania. They're made in China.
Yeah, and everything's made in China now.
Yeah, not everything.
Call up T.
What's up, CJ?
So FedEx actually delivered my package to the right address for once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Mima
amazing.
goes, miss those CB days, skip land, half channels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, half channels. Yeah, I remember that.
Jeez. I remember when 19 was like busy as ever.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, too.
It's like now I turn
How's the
the
company
volume
channel?
up.
I hadn't been on there in so long. You don't even get any chatter anymore.
I started working on when I started working on radios. My dad's old friend George is the guy that taught me, and back in 1986, and I learned real quick where Break 19 came into play because you had to break the damn channel to talk.
Hell yeah!
And then
You
if
know,
anybody even acknowledged the fact that you asked for a break,
Up here, skip's rolling a little bit on 19.
Yeah, I'm on 38 lower side.
All day.
Yeah, I'm on 38 lower side. We got some skip rolling in it here. It's not too heavy though.
That's
well, you
crazy.
Nobody I'm just sitting up here marinating, man, in Southern Maryland. That's all. No money, Northeast getting up.
you remember when somebody would tell you to change? You like talking with somebody on 19, and somebody go, take it to another channel.
Yeah, take it to another channel. Yeah, go up or go down 3. Yeah, that's it. You want private conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so 19 doesn't roll like that anymore, huh?
Well, no, half the people that have these new drivers, it's like, what do I need a CB for? I got a cell phone.
Yeah, wait till you have no cell service.
Oh.
I mean, I got friends and stuff over there on Snap, and we're usually on there, and I mean, I rarely ever lose any signal. But the fact being is like, we got in one of my groups, we got 2 cattle haulers, and you hear them on their radio. You hear those guys on the radio like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least. Yeah, bull wagons. Those guys, they still use the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jay, real quick. Mima wants to know what y'all think about the D104 Silver Eagle laptop mic. Or
Lollipop mic. Yeah, those are excellent. I got a couple of them right here.
Yeah, those are the best mics you've ever had.
Someone's got Bluetooth on. I hear echo.
Yeah, someone's got their Bluetooth on.
What up, everyone?
Hey, David, you on Bluetooth?
Hold on.
Yep.
Hey, David, you on Bluetooth? Yeah, hold on. I
only said it once.
Real fast.
That's the echo.
Fireball.
Yeah, that is an Android.
Mima goes, love them, won't let it go.
Yeah, those are cool mics, man. I got one here that was made for sideband only.
Hey, is that better now?
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds great, man. How you doing?
Stuck in Iowa, of all places. Go
Oh
figure.
no.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why? What's it doing in Iowa?
Well, there's three. Well, we got to wait on somebody to rerun the route down there in Kansas because we got windmill blades going to Great Bend from Grand Forks, but we missed all the snow up there in North Dakota.
Yeah, it ain't doing much here in North Dakota. Who you running with? What company?
Toe Jam.
Toe Jam? Yeah.
Toe Jam.
You're on blades?
Yep. Yeah, I'm running with American Transport Systems, running blades out of Grand Forks.
Hey Dan, thanks for the gifts, man.
Yeah, where you guys headed to?
Great Bend to the airport.
Hey, so are we.
Hold on there, Mima.
Yeah.
I'll show you this mic.
But yeah, we gotta wait.
Hey, Chi.
We had high winds here last night. We're at mile marker 38 on 29, and we had high winds last night and it blew over a bunch of trees and everything else. And I'm like, good God.
Yeah, it's like that up here now in Great Bend or Grand Forks. I mean, it's snowing a little bit, but nothing's sticking. It's nasty up here, and we're supposed to leave tomorrow morning.
You ain't leaving tomorrow.
I like that mic.
With my drivers, yeah, we will.
Yeah, see the head on that mic? That was made just for sideband.
Dude, that's
Really?
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
What's so special about it being just a sideband?
Well, once again, like I was talking about, we talk about numbers, right? Everything's got numbers for a reason. So the impedance of that mic, it just sounds better on sideband.
Wow, I never heard of a mic like that that's made just for sideband. So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's really rare. And you know what's funny? I found that at a
I saw the tornado
antique
store
store
last
in
night.
Durango. And I don't know, the price tag on it was like $50 or something like that. And so I brought it up to the counter and I turned it over and I said, look, it's missing the plug for the 9-volt battery. He goes, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Let me call the owner. So he called the owner and I bought it for $25, put a 9-volt jack plug on it. It works great.
wow. That's something. So I got a question for the TVCB.
What's up?
Yeah. Do you guys got VHF radios there? Because I run with a company out of Canada, and that's all they run. And I'm like, I got a handheld, but I want to get a base to put in here. So
yeah,
I
they're
can
pretty
actually-
popular. We sell like over 100 units a month. I got the handhelds and I got the mobile base units. So yeah, I got them both.
Just
David, let me ask you something here. When you say VHF, are you talking about the Canadian LAD channels?
Yeah, like LAD 1, LAD 2, Burnell 1,
Yeah,
2.
I got all those frequencies.
Yeah, I need like all those because we're right now running on Burnell 2, and we're stuck in Iowa, and I'm trying to find somebody that's don't want an arm and a leg for him. Jeez. The last place I looked at, and that had all the Canadian channels, dude, they want almost $600 for it. And I'm like, dude, is your stuff gold or what?
So the handhelds I sell for $150 and the mobiles are $329.
That's not bad. I'm gonna have to write. Is that your number right there?
Yeah.
Is that your number right there on the 5?
Yeah, that's the shop number.
Okay, cool.
18.
Yeah, David, so the radios he's talking about, I actually use on and all the...
Hey CJ, we can't hear you. It's too much wind.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, those Wooson radios that Jay's talking about, I use a set, and they're really good radios.
So,
David, the ones you're talking about that are getting $600, okay, more than likely they're actual Motorola radios. So because Motorola does have those, and a lot of those guys use those, the actual Motorola's.
Yeah, and you're paying for the name.
Exactly.
So what
All right.
brand of handheld ones do you have? And also, like, I live right up from the Walmart DC. So how far does a handheld one reach out if it's like in a home? You know what I mean?
I have no idea because it depends on how your house is built.
So I can tell you personally, I have a Bofang, and I have two of them. I bought them off of Amazon, and I could sit at my house, which I live in Kansas City, and I'm not that far from 70. I'm about 2-3 miles, and I could be sitting in my house, and I could talk to anybody off my Bofang VHF
Well, the
over on
Bofang's got
Interstate
about
70.
a 4 to 5 mile range on them. These I've tested with the Nagoya 771 antennas on them. It's the extended range antenna, and I've talked 26 miles
On a
handheld to handheld.
handheld? Oh,
On a
wow.
handheld?
And how
Yeah.
much is that? How much is that, sir?
The radios, the handhelds are 159. The extended antenna is $20.
Okay,
But
so
but if
and then
you really want range, you put that mobile in the truck with a Comet antenna on the mirror. And to give you an example, I've got the mobile in my pickup with a Comet SSB 15 antenna. It's a tri-band antenna because that mobile is a quad band radio. It'll do 2 and 6 meter ham. It'll do CB and it'll do GMRS, everything. So I've talked 60 miles simplex on that mobile unit over the mountain in Albuquerque. All I hear is wind.
Yeah, probably CJ.
Yeah,
And
it's me.
Yeah, we get a lot of wind.
is the shipping like if you were going to ship on one of those? Do you
hold
know?
on a minute. I can't hear nothing.
Okay.
I got all that wind coming in. Sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's okay.
So
Have
on
you
that
shipped to
on that
Arkansas? Go ahead.
we ship worldwide. So on that on that mobile, I've talked 60 miles simplex, and I hit the Sandia repeater 100 miles away.
And that's which brand?
The Wuxen 980 Papa.
Wolfson 980 Pamba. I'll write that down. And then you do shipping.
We ship worldwide.
Is that right there that you've got right there? Does that have upper and lower sideband? Is that your base station there?
Yes, ma'am. That's the Ranger 2995.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. My dad had one. And do you have the big, tall tower outside, like the beam?
No, I don't run a beam.
Really? And you
No.
go that far?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Jay,
wow.
throw me on the big screen real quick. I've got that 980 pop on in view. So this is
that's a quad band radio. So and it's a dual band receive, so you can listen to two frequencies at once.
Oh, wow.
It's a 50-watt radio. You can control the whole radio by the microphone. It's got all the controls on the mic,
Uh-huh.
and it's got two spots in the back for two external speakers, one for each side. The faceplate comes off the radio. So like CJ's got the bass unit mounted behind his seat. That's just the faceplate you're looking at.
That's a lot of wires.
oh that up there.
No, not really. It's 3 wires.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of set up. It's kind of set up like the 3,000 watt power inverter, where you can take the faceplate off and hook up a phone cord and remote it to the sleeper and still have it underneath the bunk, where you can watch the controls and see what the power inverter's doing while going down the road.
Right.
TV, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but someone in the comments said that they have a Night Eagle and they were asking you what was the best way to clean the contacts.
Oh, thank you for that. No, I didn't see that. So let's see if I got one here. I think I have.
I don't know if they're still in here or not, but he did ask right before I got in the box.
So I use a CRC quick dry electronic cleaner, and that stuff is safe. It won't melt plastic. Made by CRC.
Mima has a Baofeng, and she got 15 miles on a handheld.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
And that's the one you were telling me about, right?
Yeah,
No.
it was me down here. I was the one saying that I had the Bofang.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
these are,
Mine also is a dual band FM transceiver, and it's Bofang, so I can listen to two different frequencies at one time.
yeah, but here's the difference. So when you put those Baofangs on a spectrum analyzer and key the mic, they key up on like 8 channels at one time. They're
Yeah.
dirty. That's why they're cheap. The Wuxen radios have what's called a super heterodyne chip in them, and you key those up on a spectrum analyzer, an SA, and they're clean. There's one spike, boom. And before I brought these radios in, I did about 3 months of research on them before I brought them into the shop, and they got the same boards as the Kenwood. Same boards, made out of the same factory. There's only one factory that makes the boards for all these radios, but there's an A, B, and C line of quality. So when you buy a Bofang, you get the C quality. That's why they're cheap. And if you're going camping or fishing or something, and you want to stay in contact with the kids running around, yeah, they work great.
Do
But
you
if
have a website? Do you have a website?
So the website right now, I'm revamping the whole website, so it's under construction. So if you want to order one, just call the shop on Monday.
And that's the phone number that's added in with your name there?
Yeah, that's the shop.
Okay,
Thunder Valley.
I'm going to take a screenshot of that if that's okay.
Yeah, Thunder Valley CB shop.
So where are you out of?
Moriarty, New Mexico. My shop's at Lisa's Truck Center.
Bro, I was just over there like, what was it, a month and a half ago, and you just left. And I was getting ready to come in there and buy a handheld and one of the base units to put in my vehicle. And you just left.
We're 10 to...
Huh?
We're 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, but if you're coming close to quitting time, just call the shop and I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I was like, I talked to, I don't remember what's his name, the older man in there.
Tony.
I want to interject something. 18.
Uh-huh.
I've known you now, for 2 years?
It's been a
I
while.
didn't even know you knew anything about radios.
Yes, my dad had one, and then Cece and I recently went on a trip, and we really needed a CB bad. Oh my gosh, we needed it bad, and we're going to be going on another one, and I'm going to get one. I want a handheld. I don't know if he recommends a handheld, or I really don't want to put one in my Lexus, but if I have to, I will.
Well, the problem with handhelds is the antenna. You don't get no range. That's where all the magic happens, is the antenna.
Yep.
Oh.
So if you're going to run a handheld, you can run a magnet mount on your car. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just put a good radio in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put those things in. I'd have to have someone to come and do it.
The problem is you got to have someone tune the antenna. You just can't throw an antenna on a vehicle. You tune the antenna to the ground plane of the vehicle.
Do you know anyone in Arkansas who does that?
No, I don't. I know there's 2 shops in the country that I trust that does really, really good work. There's so many fly-by-night radio shops. I call them YouTube technicians.
Yeah.
And they waste so many people's money. I don't have no idea how they stay in business.
Hey, no, hold on. 18, if you could ask, when you go out to the truck stops and all that for what you do, you could ask some of the drivers that maybe run, there constantly. They might know a shop. I mean, I know you're not that far from Joplin. So,
Bro.
I mean,
That
you
guy
can go
in
up-
Joplin is the
Wow.
guy
No.
that got me the contract for Fleenor and Hurricane. I got 180 trucks because he messed up 4 radios on them.
No. What I was just saying, no, I'm talking about not the CB shop up there. I'm just talking to drivers. I mean, if drivers are in that area locally that don't use that shop, they might be able to tell her where there's some in Arkansas close near where she lives.
Well, I don't want like just anyone to do it though. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know of any good ones. So, for example, I know, and don't take this wrong, guys. I don't mean this derogatory, but there's a lot of drivers that say, "Yeah, there's a shop here, there's a shop there, but they really don't know what they're talking about." I mean, the shops themselves, when they
Yeah,
come out with an SWR meter to set antennas, they don't know what they're doing. You don't use an SWR meter to set antennas. You use an analyzer because you tune antennas with ohms, receive loss, and reactance, not SWR. The byproduct of those three numbers is SWR.
He's telling you the God's honest truth because I've dealt with them for years and years driving over the road. You'll pull in them places and they smell money, and they'll
That's right.
just start throwing money at it. Put this,
That's
put
right.
that, buy
And
this, buy that.
you're in
Hey,
Mexico?
King.
Yes.
New
yes.
Mexico.
I can actually tell you right now, since I'm a pilot car driver, I can tell you that I can name off about 400 different shops throughout the United States, and not one do I trust with my radio. Because I took mine to him, and I actually had had a guy, one of his people in there that knows what they're doing, because all his people know what they're doing, or he wouldn't have them hired.
Well, then I think my best bet would probably be to buy the handheld from him and the extended antenna until I can get to like New Mexico where he's at.
That's not going to do you any good
Why?
because you got to tune the antenna.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
So
finding
if
a
you-
good radio guy is like finding a good barber. Once
Yeah.
you find one that you like, and it's hard to do, but
So
once
what
you
do
find
so-
one you like,
What do you recommend then?
Well, if you don't have a way to get antennas tuned up, you could just run a regular handheld, and it'll work. But you're just real limited range. They got that little black rubber ducky antenna on them, and you're lucky to talk a mile. See.
I thought
Now-
somebody said on their handheld they talked out 10, wasn't it 10 miles?
I doubt that. No way.
Most of them barely get out a half a mile. CJ can answer that one
Oh,
because we use them on wind to help steer blades. You got to have them when you're on the windmill division. The pilot cars have to use the handhelds, and a lot of times you barely can hear them when you're trying to back them 200-foot trucks up and everything. So they're constantly having to repeat themselves.
Yeah, and you're 200 feet behind that truck, 250 feet, and you can't even talk. That's why a lot of people do private radios like Busan, Motorola,
Yep.
Kenwoods. It's just 'cause
Okay.
they don't want that.
Yeah, that's just like me. I'm 235 feet right now behind the truck, and I can sit there and try to talk to my driver on the handheld, and he'd be like, because I got a Cobra 50 WXST, and I can't even. He's like, "What did you say? Huh? What?"
Yeah.
And then I switch over to the VHF radio, and he can hear me perfect because his truck's Canadian and they have the VHF in it. So I switch over to VHF instead of regular CB because you can't even get out on a handheld.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I misunderstood then. I misunderstood then because she said with Bowfangs, I got 15 miles on a handheld.
Like,
Yeah.
With the
But
great
that's not
antenna,
not a CB.
No,
That's not Citizens
VHF.
Band. That's a GMRS radio.
Okay. Now I understand.
And do not, and I will tell you this much: I live in Memphis, Tennessee. If somebody if it's either Channel 3's or Channel 5 CB shop in West Memphis, do not take your stuff there. You will literally burn your car to the ground messing with your radio. If anybody I trust, most of everybody that I deal with, my uncles, they deal with Ray's CB shop there in West Memphis.
You talking about that West Memphis one there by Petro?
Yes, the one. If you go where the IHOP is, there's a little strip mall that runs kind of perpendicular to the store itself.
Yeah,
and it's inside that little strip mall.
That's the Petro.
Yeah. But he's inside Ray's parking lot. I mean, Ray's inside the Petro parking lot, the car parking lot, not the truck parking lot.
Yeah, which one you were talking about was like the non-trust one.
Yeah, I trust Ray a little bit better than I do the Channel 3 or Channel 5 CB shop.
Hey, Dave.
And if you get up to where is it? Cheyenne, Wyoming. There's another one up there. I went in there 1 week, came back the next week to get something. And it's called Red Monkey, and I ain't never seen them back in there again. And they're over there at the Flying J. I was like, 1 week they were there, and the next week they're gone. I'm like, dude, what is?
Dude, check this out. I've had
A customer got a case of red ass.
Yeah, well, I had 2 drivers. So I tell all my customers, look, I understand you can't make it to my shop all the time because you're cross country. That's fine. But if you go into another shop and something ain't settling right in your stomach, just give me a call and I'll tell you if he's bullshitting or not. So
there you go.
I get this call one day, and my buddy goes, "Yeah, I'm up here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Red Monkey, or I think it was," and he's telling me that a little Striker 447 does 200 watts, and I said, "There's no way. That's a 60-watt radio turned up. I mean, there's no way. He's full of shit. He's lying to you." And I would tell him that and just leave. And he starts laughing and he goes, "I don't have to tell him nothing. I had you on speakerphone." And I said, well, good. I said, he shouldn't have lied. And then I had another driver come in, same thing. A Galaxy 66 V3 does 200 watts. All of his radios, I guess, does 200 watts. And dude, I put his radio on the bench and it did 42 watts.
Those radios do 200 watts, probably in his head.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way in hell that, you got to remember, guys, everything with radios is math. So if you have a radio that has 1 MOSFET final in it, it does 30 watts. If you have a radio that has 2 MOSFET finals in it, it does 60 watts. It's simple addition.
So really, it's not worth buying the handheld then because they don't get out very far.
It depends on what you're trying to do with it.
Yeah, so if you put let's say a Striker magnet mount antenna on the roof of your car and hooked it up to the handheld, sure, it's going to get out a lot better. But if you want the performance, you need a different radio. The most handhelds only do 3 or 4 watts of power. So think of the wattage like horsepower in your car. If you go from a 4 horsepower car to a 60 horsepower car, big difference, right? So it's the same with radios, ma'am.
Hey, Don.
And I've also learned this about antennas too, because there's quite a few pilot cars up in there, and they can attest to it. If you take that antenna and stick it closer to your lights, you're going to pick up frequency. Well, from your lights, it's gonna,
RF noise, yeah,
RF noises, and it's going to cut down, and you're going to not be able to hear real good. But if you move it further away from your lights, then you're going to be able to pick up a whole lot more.
That is true to a point, but I mean, you are right. So on my pilot car, we run sound off signal M powers, so they're very high end lights. A lot of that comes from if you get the Amazon special lights. A lot of these $200-300 ones that aren't grounded right, they don't have the right ferrite coils. Yeah, you'll pick up RF like nothing. If I put my antenna up to mine, even Roy's there for Roy Jean, I put an antenna next to him, we won't hear that flash pattern. It's all about how the grounding and everything's done. It's the same thing with the antenna.
Well, could I I know she's talking about putting one into a car.
Yeah,
and I know she evidently, she knows a little bit about radios. That I like I said, I was surprised. But like if you get like a 19, that little they make like a smaller version of the 19, the Cobra 19. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're only using it for travel, you get some. I mean, I don't know, but like that. I mean, that's a small little radio. Get an antenna, get the radio matched to the antenna. That's just, I mean, it's a small little radio. You can take it in and out of the car, plug it in, to where you need to, like with cigarette lighter for power.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay.
Well, the problem with Cobra is that their quality is so downhill. I don't even stock Cobra in the shop anymore. Same with Connex. The Connex 3300 series, the Connex, General E's. So many solder joint issues. I don't have time to work on them, and I shouldn't have to work on a brand new radio.
Which
Right.
ones do you have? Which brand do you have?
Well, you could put I would suggest a little Uniden.
Uniden. Okay.
So like the Uniden PC78 that I sell, it's a small radio. It's not as small as the 19, but it's a much higher quality. After I tune them up, you get about 20 watts out of them, and good striker magnet mount antenna. And you'd be set. That's all you need.
And then I'd have to find someone to do the antenna, correct?
Yeah, you still got to tune the antenna. Yeah, yeah. Doesn't matter what radio you get, you got to tune the antenna. Yeah.
It's not.
Now, another question on that. I've been told that different torques, like say for instance, you set it for one vehicle, and something happens to that vehicle, and you decide to pull it out and then put it on another one. Don't you have to automatically retune that antenna because somehow or another, depending on how the different tighteningness of the cable and the antenna that you accidentally may do will also throw the how it performs?
It's not the cable. You're tuning the antenna to the ground plane of the vehicle.
So each vehicle's got a different grounding.
Ground plane, yeah, RF ground. So that's what the antenna's looking for to reflect off of, like a rock skipping on water. So that's why in the Navy, if you look at, like, say, a Navy aircraft carrier, they got vertical antennas, then they got horizontal ones that hang off the boat, right? The ones that hang off the side of the boat, they do that on purpose to reflect off the water.
Oh, wow.
That's why we did it that way, see? You get further range.
Tell her about the time that you stuck the leads into that creek or that riverbed to make the whole riverbed.
Well, so like, we teach special warfare teams, when they're out in the field, if say they get an antenna that gets shot or blown up or damaged or whatever, you could take the coax off and strip the insulation off of it and throw it out in the river or lake and just use that as an antenna. We did that all the time. Flight
Are
SWR.
you serious?
Oh yeah, we did it all the time.
No way.
Yeah, we did it
You
all
get
the
a real
time.
education when you're here and you're listening to things that people bring up. That
Exactly.
They will educate a lot of us on of things that we never thought possible.
Yeah, and salt water's even better.
How far does it get out doing that, I wonder?
Well, it depends. I mean, if it's a big river, pretty much that whole portion of the river you're standing by becomes your antenna.
So it's kind of like using the Mississippi River, where you got the whole length of the U.S. up and north and south of the U.S. and just become a complete antenna.
Well, not the whole thing, but a big portion of it, sure.
So does it have to be like so far up off the like? Can you go to the edge of the water and do it, or does it have to be so far up off the ground underwater?
Well, the further you get it in the water, the better it works.
Okay.
DJ, you going to get fuel or you going to go get your blade?
I'm going back up to my room.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to jump down so somebody else can get up. I know quite a few people are starting to come in. So first, I want to thank you for what you're doing. And what is your name, if I may ask? Do you
My name's
mind?
Jason. They call me
Jason.
the Wolfman on the radio. Yeah.
Jason, okay, and I have your phone number. And to all the truckers, I want to say thank you for everything you do, everything you go through for us. Without you all, we wouldn't have what we need. We appreciate you. So
I agree.
if you're ever through Bentonville, Arkansas, let me know. Let me know, and we can bring you out a gift bag, okay?
Thank
Where
you
I
so much.
actually
Oh, that's
live,
cool.
what part of Arkansas are you from?
I'm in Northwest. I'm in Bentonville, right up the road from D.C.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bentonville.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
you're-
Walmart, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I live
18
on I live
Eight-
across the river on the northeast side. I'm over around Covington, Tennessee.
Okay. Okay.
Right there around the Boot Hill and the Arkansas and the Kentucky state border right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Trust me, she
18, when
does.
I get down there to Arkansas, I'm gonna hit you up because we
Hold on, Trail. I see your question.
We bring blades, me, CJ, and I want to say Rogene. We're all pilot cars, and we actually escort the trucks down the road.
Well, you just give us a holler, and we'll bring y'all out a gift bag. So
Nice.
Thank
She's
you
really
all.
good at that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's really cool, ma'am. God bless you. Thank you so much.
God bless you, and thank you for helping all these drivers because I know that's their communication. That's
I
their
try. Some of them are real hard headed.
yeah.
Well,
I try.
she knows a few of us.
They
She knows
know
a few of us.
trucks. They know trucks like you know CBs. So
And
anyway,
that's just it. You said it. Yep.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna jump down just like I know nursing. You know.
Hey, Pat,
Sure.
welcome in.
I'm going to jump down. So, and Trail has a question. So I'm going to jump down in case somebody else wants up. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
Nice seeing you there, 18.
Is it necessary to ground your antenna on the semi-truck? Well,
All right. So that's a great question. So I see this a lot. Guys will run a ground wire to their antenna, and that's probably one of the worst things you can do because that antenna is going to radiate off that wire. You just made another antenna. But remember, the antenna is not looking for a DC voltage ground. It's looking for an RF ground, totally different. So the answer is no. If you put an antenna, let's say on your mirror, just for example, and you can't get that antenna to tune up, it's because it doesn't have a good RF ground. It doesn't have something good to reflect off of. So you got to change the location of that antenna, move it to a different spot. And if it still doesn't tune up, and it happens, the antenna is just not right for the ground plane of that truck. You got to find an antenna that likes the truck.
Well, here's a good question then. I'm pretty sure, I think it was Freightliner that did it. Freightliner, didn't they make it to where like the top of the cab was like the antenna at one point?
Most, yeah, you could tell a guy with a suit and tie sitting behind a desk designed that antenna.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, on some of these Cascadias that they don't have any antennas on them, but there's still CB, there's a cord, and the driver's got a CB in it. It's like, well, where's your antenna? He goes, oh, it's the entire top of my cab.
Yeah. Yeah, so those antennas 9 times out of 10 don't tune up, and you got no range because the antenna's choked off. It's inside.
Yeah.
So
he has it helps him out perfect. He's got a 10K on the driver's side that gives him a high SWR for a 655 plus.
yeah, you got to try to retune the antenna or try a different location, try a different angle. So, like for example, Freightliners. That's a great example that Eric brought up. So we take a mirror bolt out, put a bird perch mount in it, then we attach a mirror mount to that bird perch. Usually a 5/8 wave fire stick with a tunable tip works really good on them, but we have to angle them out at a 45-degree angle to get them to tune because that changes the reflection, the RF ground. And because it's a 5/8 wave antenna, it's got a different radiation pattern when you key up on the mic, and they actually work pretty dang good.
I want to say welcome to everybody that's joining in.
And here's
Yeah,
another question
guys,
I got.
thank you, everybody. This is a lot of fun. I like it when we get a lot of guys on here. I want to thank everyone for all the likes, all the shares, all the gifts. And if you click on that gold star where it says 13 out of 61, those are subscribers. And when you subscribe to the page, I do videos, technical videos, just for subscribers only. And all subscribers get a discount at the shop. So we do whatever we can to try to help you guys out. I bet you last year alone, remember we were talking about this the other night, CJ, up there in Canada, there's no radio shops. And a lot of Canadian drivers buy radios from me. And I bet you last year alone, I helped about 200 drivers over the phone tune their antennas because they have no help.
Yeah, I believe it. So, just so everyone knows, because I know Jay's at home, he doesn't have one. I carry mine with me. So, when we tune antennas, put me on the big screen. This is how we tune the antennas. How he tuned them at the shop, how I tune them out here.
Yeah, so with an analyzer, that's how you look at the ohms, receive loss, and reactance, right? So, like I was kind of joking earlier with that lady about some truck drivers you just can't help, because I really do try to help. And I think the problem is a lot of these drivers, they'll come in the shop and they go, well, I've driven for 40 years. And I tell them straight up, I'm sure you're a damn good truck driver, and I can't tell you how to drive a truck. Can you tell me what the reactance is on your antenna? And they go, what's that? Okay. Now that we established that you don't know what you're talking about, if you want to learn, I'll teach you. Just ask and be honest with me.
So the numbers here on this side, these are the numbers that we look at when tuning an antenna.
Hey, CJ, when you going to be back I'm trying to figure out when we can meet up because I'm going to be back at Grand Forks. I don't know when. We're stuck right now. Like I said, in Iowa, at the rest area, we're waiting on people to run. What do you want to call it?
Yeah, I don't know where we're going. There's talks of us going down to Santa Teresa or Corpus Christi after this. I'll send you a DM with my phone number and you can reach out to me.
All right.
Corpus Christi.
In fact, my profile picture has my phone number on it.
All right. Yeah. I just sent you a follow.
All right. Yeah, I saw that. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you guys a funny story. So when I got out of boot May school, we were off the coast of Catalina Island. We had a master chief there teaching us how to tune antennas on a sub. I joined the Navy when I was 23, so I already had 9 years experience working on radios for my dad's friend George. So we're sitting there, and Master Chief just kept talking about SWR, 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 and I asked him an honest question. I wasn't trying to put him on the spot. I wasn't being an asshole or nothing. I said, Master Chief, I said, what about reactance, ohms, reflect, all that. And he goes, whoa, you seem to know more than I do. Why don't you come up here and teach a class? And I'm like, whoa. No. That's not what I meant. I'm just asking about it. When are we going to start working with that? And he says, well, why don't you come up here and try to tune this antenna and let's see what you can do? And I said, well, let's try it. So me and a buddy went down there in the nose and we tuned up this antenna, called out for a radio check, and we got another radio check back from another sub in Japan. And I just turned around and looked at that Master Chief and crossed my arms and smiled, and he walked away. And so needless to say, I moved up the ranks pretty quick. But it's that SWR, too many people concentrate on it, and it's no one's fault. Back in the old days, that's all they knew about. They didn't know about the other numbers. So when these radio techs figured this stuff out, they went, oh, look at this. And when they got those other numbers to line up, boom, you just doubled the performance of your antenna. And that's why I do these lives, is to help people out. It's all about learning. Every day we learn. You're going to learn to the day you die. And if we can help somebody out, we'll try. But they got to be willing to learn.
He's going to give us a demonstration of what you're talking about, tuning an antenna.
Well, he can't do that inside of his hotel. But
yeah, I'd have to go out to my car and do it.
That's right, Trell. I agree with you 100%. You got to have an open mind to learn new things. And you got to remember, every year a new truck comes out, you might have to learn how to drive it differently. Every year a new radio comes out. I got to learn to work on that.
Hey, question here, and he's talking about the tuning part, and you were talking about the SWR stuff. Mm-hmm. There's only so much there, especially like on the Wilson 5000s back in the day I used to run them. You got what, maybe an inch, not even that much, probably 3/4 of an inch to move that up and down with those set screws. I mean, the sweet spot in there is like, I seen that meter that CJ had. I mean, is that what he's basically what he's doing? Is right undoing those set screws, just adjusting it up and down and keying up, or?
Well, yeah. So Justin, I'll give you an example. When Wilson was made in the United States, they were made correctly, and they were actually a really good antenna. Same with Hustler, same with Browning. Now they're all made in China. When they switched production in 2012 to China, there used to be enough room to move that whip up and down. Usually, you can get the antenna to tune up on most vehicles. Now, I got to cut 4 to 6 inches off that whip to make them tune.
Hey, Justin, welcome in.
That tells me they made the coil design too long. So, remember I told you guys, everything is about numbers, right? So, Citizens Band transmits on 27 megahertz. That wavelength is 36 feet long. If you cut that in half, that's 18 feet, right? Correct. That's a half wave antenna. That's why it's called half wave. Cut it in half. You take 18 feet, cut that 18 feet in half, it's 9 feet, that's a quarter wave antenna. So you take a Wilson antenna, a Viper, a Striker, a Predator, those are all simulated quarter wave antennas. So between the electronic length of that antenna is 9 feet, is what I'm trying to say. So even though the physical length is 4.5, 5 feet, the electronic length is 9 feet long. So if you were to take that coil off and straighten it out and then add the whip to it and measure it, it's 9 feet long. So if you got to trim whips, then that means the coil's too long. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, you're cutting off so much of the whip itself in order to tune it in right. I mean, that little bit of a 3/4 of an inch that you're moving it up and down.
Mm-hmm. But that also changes the RF ground, the reflection. When you shorten or lengthen a whip, it changes the way the pattern, the antenna radiates. It changes the pattern. When the pattern changes, it changes the reflection, and that's what you're tuning to the ground plane.
But I mean, you're getting that much adjustment out of a 3/4 of an inch movement. That's basically it.
Well, on some antennas, it depends on the vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, on those Wilsons, you could take the 2 Allen heads and break them loose, and like I say, you only got probably, I don't know if I said anything, not even an inch there that you're coming up and down there.
Right. And that's why we got to trim the whip. They changed their coil design. Hey, look who joined. FJB. Was that Joe Biden? All right.
Joe Biden.
All right.
Hey,
he's in the right group.
Yeah. If 18 would have been on just a few minutes ago before I walked in, I was going to show her the handheld Wolfman handhelds that you have.
Yeah, those little damn things, man, really impressed me. I couldn't believe the performance out of them. With that stock antenna, I've gotten 12 miles out of them. Then with that Nagoya, I got 26. And it was crystal clear. There was no bacon in the background. I probably could have went further, but it was nighttime. I got home. I was standing in my driveway. My buddy was standing in his driveway at his house. Yeah, with that antenna right there, 771G Nagoya. And that little sucker gets out and talks, man.
Well, guys, I'm going to probably end up jumping off because we're getting ready to leave. We're going to try to see how far we can get today.
Hey, man. Thanks for joining the live, man. Nice to see you on here.
You too.
Oh, yeah, Wolfman. I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a message here when we're done with the live, David.
All right, bro. Yeah, I got to go pick up cones and get ready to go.
All right.
73s, man. Be safe.
All right.
Hey, let me ask you a question. And this is one that I've been hearing for 33 years. On a truck.
Length of coax.
Some drivers. No, not length of coax. That's 18 foot.
Hey, we had that conversation already.
Yeah. No. The question is this, because I hear this fight all the time. 2 antennas or single antenna?
Single.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I thought.
I've heard the same thing. Single's what I've always heard.
Okay, so let's talk about it. That's a great question, Eric. That is a great question. Let's talk about it. Remember, once again, everything is math, right? Everything is numbers.
Right.
So, if you're running 2 quarter wave antennas, how long is a quarter wave antenna? 9 feet. I just said it before. It's 9 feet, right? So you take the 27 megahertz wavelength, divide it in half. That's 18 feet. That's a half wave antenna. You take 18 feet, divide it in half. That's 9 feet. That's a quarter wave antenna. And so if you're running 2 quarter wave antennas in co-phase, they got to be 9 feet apart. Your truck's only 8.
Gotcha. Because I mean,
now that's only one part of it, though.
Right. Well, what everybody said is if you want to run 2, they have to be 100 feet apart from each other.
No.
I'm just saying what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've always ran a single antenna. I've ran a dummy antenna on the other side. I don't know if
that
affects anything.
I was running a dummy, so it looks cool on the truck.
Right.
Well, yeah, no. That's why if the truck had 2, I would get an 18-foot coax and just connect it to the left side of the truck.
So why are you running 18 feet? Because that's what I've always been told. So
of course,
yeah, but you got to ask why. You know, when people say you got to run 18 feet, can you give me the scientific reason behind 18 feet? And they'll say, well, yeah, it's a half wave. Well, okay, but I'm running a quarter wave antenna. That doesn't even make sense.
How long of a coax should I run?
As short as possible.
But
Never thought of that.
interesting here that you're talking about the dummy, because I've done that exact thing. Just run one antenna, but put a dummy on the other side so it looks cool. But does that other dummy antenna interfere with the?
No, we do that a lot. So, like, say someone comes in and they buy $120 Predator antennas, right? They want a dummy on one side and a live antenna on the other. So, instead of them just wasting their money on a $120 dummy, I'll take the dummy antenna, put it on the hot side, tune it up. Then I'll move it over. So that way, if they ever break that antenna, they can just unscrew it, move it over. It's ready to go.
Okay. Yeah.
That's exactly how my setup is on my truck.
Yep, that's what we did to Gunny's truck up there.
That just
And
adds
I was gonna say back to your dual phase though. There's always that special circumstance. If you remember my old truck, Jay, my Kimber, we ran a dual phase on that with the factory 23-year-old coax, and you got that tuned down to what, a 1.2?
Yeah, 1.2. Yeah, that one turned out good.
Yeah, I mean that truck.
Yep, but once
Hey,
again,
look,
it's all about the numbers, right? So, if you'll never get two antennas tuned up exactly the same, you'll always have one pulling the other one down. That's the other issue with co-phase antennas. But on Gunny's old truck, that sucker tuned up nicely, and he even asked me, "Should we just run a single coax, run one antenna?" And I said, "No, man, don't waste your money. This tuned up good, leave it alone."
Yeah, I've always wondered that question. I mean, I've asked other shops that, and even the shops, they would always say, "Oh yeah, run one," or "Yeah, run two," but you got to make sure they're right. So they're like
Yeah.
perfect. But
Well,
I mean, I've always ran one because I mean, when I first started with my own car, I'd always, I'd have a K40 or Wilson, on the trunk, Magnum mounts.
Yep.
And, I mean, because I remember when K40 was a damn good antenna.
Yeah, they used to be.
No, yeah, no, I agree with that. They used to be. I mean, it's like when I started running truck, I had a K40, and it was like I had more problems with the K40 than I did with the Wilson or anything else. But like I said, I mean, I've always wondered about, I always asked that question about running co-phase or running a single.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, I mean, my thing with CBs is, okay, yeah, key up, you talk, end of story. SWRs are good, or, as you said, what did you call it? Not the SWRs, but
The reflection.
yeah, the reflection and all that. I mean, yeah, I've been out here 33 years in a truck. I've been on the CB since I was like, what, 10? My dad got into it for a little bit, but I try to learn what I can. I mean, I keep a lot of the
Absolutely.
knowledge, but
Sure.
like your shop, next time I'm in New Mexico, I'm going to definitely try to locate it. I try not to run 40 a lot, but
It's not hard to find. I'm the only shop in New
Chicken
Mexico.
Hawk, welcome in.
man, pretty much, if you're the only shop, then you should be easy to locate.
Yeah, you could just Google Thunder Valley CB shop. It'll come right up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to get going.
Sorry.
Hey, it's nice talking to you. I followed most of you guys.
Thanks, Eric.
So,
Yeah, if you have any questions, man, give me a call.
yeah, not a problem, man. I'll look for you on the on here, or look for you on the thing if I need to call you. Y'all have a
Sounds
safe
good.
one. Hopefully
Yeah, you
catch
too,
y'all
man.
later.
Later.
Be safe
Later.
out there.
Thanks.
Hey, CJ and Jay, I got a question for both of you. So you should both be there.
We can barely hear you, Gunny.
Sorry, my damn window was down. Is that better?
A little bit.
Hey, Greg,
Hey,
you're welcome in.
have you guys heard any more bullshit about New Mexico dropping their speed limit for semis?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they just a thing on one of the trucking Facebook pages that I follow. They're trying to pass a law down there. They're going to drop the speed limit for semis in New Mexico.
Yeah, I seriously doubt that. It'd take an act of Congress and us being a democratic state to much.
Yeah,
I know
man.
they
All the
they're-
triple digit trucks are gone anyway now, right?
yeah, right. I know that New Mexico's passing that bill against any gas-operated pew-pews, no 10-round mags, and if you're caught carrying without a permit, you're gonna be a felon.
Damn.
So I told everybody to just carry anyway and tell them fuck you.
Well, y'all don't have the castle law over there. Like, Texas
No.
has a castle law over here. I mean, you can. It's considered your home, or I mean, you can carry it legally without a license in your vehicle.
Well, so out here we have what's called extended domain, which means whatever you do and have in your home, you can do and have in your form in your form of transportation, not vehicle.
Okay.
So
Well,
this is where it gets fun. So what is your form of transportation? A skateboard, a horse, a riding lawnmower, a car, a truck?
right.
So if I'm walking down the street, is my form of transportation my feet?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Loopholes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically the Castle Act here, I guess, is pretty much what.
No, it's not the same. I wish we had the castle law here. It'd be great. But yeah, it's too much democratic control bullshit over here.
Oh, sorry.
So I did look up for the laws. There actually is a bill working through. It's SB 226.
I've heard of that.
It's introduced January 31st by Senator George Munoz. If passed, the bill establishes maximum speed limit of 65 miles per hour specifically for truck tractors, large trucks used for hauling trailers. Mexico highways, which is lower than general speed limit of 75.
Oh, somebody was talking about that SBC 26, about whatever it was you were talking about. I heard it the other day. Yeah.
Why don't go after it? Push it. Hey, Jay, there is a question out here that we kind of missed.
What's that?
Trail rate.
Hey, Roy, I can barely hear you. Get closer to your phone.
Any better?
There you go.
Okay. Trail Ray is asking, does the length between the radio and the antenna matter?
Yeah, shorter the better. So it's about resistance, right? So if you have a shorter piece of coax, you got less resistance. So here's where the old wives' tale came in with 18 foot of coax. SWR meters read the reflected energy coming back through the coax from the antenna. So when they would go from a 9 foot to an 18 foot piece, the meter would drop, and they said, hey, look, we fixed it. Well, they didn't. The antenna was still out of tune. What they didn't know was that longer coax was absorbing that reflected energy, and that's why the meter dropped. So, yeah, you want the shorter the better. Yeah. There's a lot of trucks that come in that their radios are mounted, they're hanging below their top dash there, and we just run a 6 foot coax to them. Tunes right up. Yep. Do it all the time.
Hey, Terrell, just got the number 3 gifter badge.
Nice. Thanks, man. So, Terrell, does that answer your question, sir? You just want to run enough coax to go from your radio to your antenna. That's all. The other big problem is when people run 18 feet of coax, they roll it up and they put it up there in their dash. Well, you just created an RF choke, and the SWRs shoot back up.
That was the famous thing to do. Take a zip tie, roll all that excess up, and zip tie it and stick it in the dash.
Yep, that's the worst thing you can do. Yep.
Windshield.
You know, the funny part about that is, speaking of the 18 foot and rolling it up, I remember years and years ago, some CB shops, or a couple of them, used to say, you take that extra coax, and then you take it on your arm and you wrap, do the full length of your arm on a wrap. That way, they said that avoided the RF choke situation.
That is an ignorant thing to say. The guy wrapping up the coax, is he a midget or is he 7 feet tall? How long is his arm?
Good point. Good point.
That doesn't even. Yeah, I know some CB shop. I don't know, man. Don't get me started on that shit. They don't have any scientific proof to back it up. So on an aircraft carrier, there was some antennas that had 1,200 feet of coax. Explain that.
It's so they could bring the aliens in. The little green men could tune in.
That's right. Damn it. before you some bitches land on this carrier, stop over there in Wisconsin and get me some cheese curds, will you?
Well, no, it's not. You know, they've got underground UFOs stationed under the ocean, so I had to find a way to communicate.
That's nothing new. Back in the 90s, they were doing that shit. I'm not kidding.
Oh, you see it on what National Geographic or History Channel, the ancient alien theories. I watch a lot of it, but they come up with some of the stuff. I don't know. You
At
show
Beale
them
Air Force. Oh, yeah, they
Huh?
do. At Beale Air Force Base, they had a 3D printer in 1970.
A 3D printer in 19. Well, all I can say is like we were talking about on a live the other day. It was, I don't know, on the political channels. They were talking about something about I don't remember what. Anyway, the government, the stuff we're seeing today are probably 30 years old. The new stuff we don't even see yet. I mean, we
Oh,
don't get to
yeah.
see it 20 years after it's already in production.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
been in.
you're 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Everything we have now is old school technology. Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff going around now that we don't even know about. It's been up in the air for 10, 15 years probably. That we
When they
don't know.
started building guided bombs, they did I saw a video. A buddy of mine was actually the pilot in the aircraft, and they did he showed me the video. This is in like 1968 or 9. They put these electronic fins on a dumb bomb. They had a camera on the nose, and those ammo dump bunkers out there in Nevada, they got a 6-inch lock on the door. He dropped that bomb, he said, from 35,000 feet, and you can watch that bomb go right to the lock.
Yeah.
It went right to the lock.
And that was in 67, 68?
Yeah, it was in the late 60s sometime. But that's when they were starting to come out with that stuff.
Yeah. And we're just now seeing it, 20 years ago in Desert Storm, where they're going right in one by one.
It's not that. We're just now hearing about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been around for a minute.
What he's doing is already 20 years ahead of what we can even think of.
Of course. I mean, you
Yeah.
think about
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek back in the day when you were a kid watching Star Trek, and they used to put the little pebbles into what I call the microwave and make food.
Oh, right, yeah.
20 years later, what did we come up with? A microwave oven.
Well,
again, like we were talking, how do you think all the government secrets get out? It's all done through comedy movies and TVs.
Yeah. The Simpsons.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Yeah, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Leo came the 16th member on the team.
Nice. Yep. This is why, I enjoy doing these lives so much. This is a lot of fun.
Hey, Zach, welcome in.
Redbeard.
Can I have a chapstick back, please?
What's up?
What are you doing? Hey, I don't know who the hell is doing it, but you better give her back her chapstick.
I don't have your chapstick. That's your chocolate milk.
How you doing this morning, Zach?
I'm good, man.
That's good. Yeah, you sound good. Little chipper in your voice. That's cool, man.
Yeah, got some exciting stuff got to do today. So
What's that?
I lowered my car yesterday, and it's too low. So now I've got to raise my motor.
Ooh. Fun.
Yeah, so excited.
Well, that's better than me changing the
Get some
starter on my
more
Ford.
hydraulics on it.
Kool-Aid, please.
Who was that we hear in the background there, Zach?
That's a monkey.
That's the little monkey?
Gotcha.
Yep, talking monkey.
Hey, little monkey. This is a Wolfman. What are you doing, girl?
Hit the try button.
Tell him what you're doing.
He sounds bashful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello?
she's embarrassed.
Hey.
There she goes.
Hey, dog, welcome in.
Hey, can you help me turn on my camera?
Ooh, let's see. I don't know if I can.
I don't know
Okay,
if we
hold
can
on.
do it from our side. You might have
Yeah,
to do
you
it from your
can.
side.
I see something there. Hold on.
Yeah, I can hit send an invitation for him to turn on his camera. That's about all I can do.
Hold on a second. Is that it?
Just hit your screen and then it'll pop up. Or my Android, you hit your screen and
there you go. Yep. But Justin,
you can see me now.
He's vision impaired. He can barely see.
You can see me.
Yep, we can see you.
Okay, here. Let me show you what. Let me see. Wait, let me get over there. Yeah, my left eye is just barely there. So let me see where I'm at. Okay, here's my chair. Okay, here's my power supply that I got, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I used to have my studio set up, so I had a bunch of soundboards and stuff. Where's my coax? Here's the adapter that I have for the coax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice.
Okay, so is that going to be any good for that CS 800D? I don't like any connections. I like having a solid connection, right?
Yeah. Well, that coax you're running is what, RG58? That's really not very good.
Okay, so let's see. I got my.
I'd run RG8X.
My scanner. Okay, then let's see. I got it behind my statue here.
Oh, that's cool. I love that bald eagle.
Yeah,
that's badass.
I bought that for my dad back in the 80s.
Awesome.
He was a big time eagle thing. So when he passed, I got it back from my stepmother.
That's cool.
Okay, let me see if I can get over there so I won't. There's the antenna. You see how I have it?
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yep.
And that's a mount, and then it goes up to a coil.
Yep.
So I'm so glad that the wife got me back here to show you what I got going on, because I'm just the guys that are giving me my ham test, they don't know nothing about DMR radio. So
wow.
I'm like,
yeah. Okay.
And then I have a friend that's helping me. She goes by Canvas. I don't know if she was in here earlier.
Yeah, she was in here.
Yeah, she was in here. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a friend that was helping us. I didn't mean to take over. It's just really important for me to get back into the hobby, and then.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it.
Going in blind, and the person that's helping us just doesn't, here's the question.
Well, no, I hear you. You're not getting no help.
Right. And me and her are digging. At first, he told me to just read section 789 on the ham operator license. And I studied 789 questions, and I go take my test, and they're all the wrong answers.
Oh, shit.
So then I go back, and the first time I went, I missed 16, and then I went back again, and I missed 14. And then the guy there that does the ham test, he said, just have your friend read you the questions and answers. This question, answer, and there's 300, actually there's 411 total. And so actually the guy, Peter, the guy that does the testing, he came to my house and dropped me off question and answers, 350 questions and answers. There's like 70 pages that he printed out for me.
Hey, Todd, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does your wife help you study for the test?
No, because she has, she can't really talk that much because she has, what do you call it? Not neuropathy, some kind of bone disease that her jaw is like almost fused shut.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to recommend there's an app you can download on your phone to study for the ham test, and it's really cool.
I totally get you. That's where Canvas comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, so she'll read me the questions, answers, and she's been such a great help to me. And I tried, she's on a fixed income, and then we saw all this stuff about the Wolfman radio. Remember I asked you about that earlier? The handhold?
Yep.
She's just trying to go the cheaper route because she can't really afford it right now.
Sure, I understand.
We're just I dove in it deep. You know, I'm $700 into it.
Hey, CJ, do me a favor. Look up that app real quick. It's the study for the ham test. I can't remember the name of the app.
I think it's on the R something, but yeah, I was getting ready to call the your business. I got it. I had the
Not
Wi-Fi
radio.
down.
No, that's cool, man.
You're at the shop now?
No, we're open Monday through Friday. I'm at my house.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter. You can call me anytime you want, man.
So there's two of them. There's Ham Radio Prep.
That's it right there.
And then hamstudy.org.
Yeah, Ham Radio Prep. That's a real good one. So you could download that on your Play Store on your phone.
Yeah, she has that already on her both sites that she has.
Nice.
And I mailed her the all the paperwork that I had, so she went through all of it. So I'll be testing on April 26th.
Good luck.
Good for you, man.
I've been doing pre-tests. You know how you do like an exam?
Yeah.
And the first time I did it, I missed 10, and then each time I retake the test, I just get lower and lower. So I did one last night, and I only missed 4.
Good for you.
Allowed to miss 9. So
awesome. Yeah, just keep practicing, man. You'll do it.
You're only allowed to miss 9 out of 411 questions?
No, I missed 36 out of 411 questions.
That ain't too bad. What's the percentile ratings? What, 70 or above, or how do they?
74.
Yeah, but
74.
the actual test is only 35 questions, I believe. So
I went. This will be my third time to go take the test. The first time I went was, I never heard that. What's that? You know.
Wow.
Like shaking my head, going, the guy that tested me gave me all the wrong waste of time. And,
welcome in.
yeah, I hope she's in here because she has people in her area. The question that was, I think she asked you guys that, can she talk on that handhold to California? But she probably worded it wrong. I don't know if you can use that bofane through hit a receiver.
Oh, she's trying to use it as DMR.
Yeah, but
no, they don't have DMR. Yeah.
Do you have anything like that at your shop that she can something reasonable or?
No, I don't carry any DMR radios at the moment, but I actually think Wuxen just came out with a DMR radio. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll have her get in contact with you and hit you up in your DMs then. So I told her I just texted her and asked her, hey, are you still in there? And send me the link so my wife can get me back in here. And then I just typed in your shop name, and here we are.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the help like so much, man. It's
You're welcome. That's why we do these lives, to help people.
Yeah,
we want to get people in the hobby to have fun. That's the whole point of radio, is fun, right?
Oh, I loved it, man.
Well, the one reason why I never really got into ham radio is because it's no fun. There's too many sad hams out there. If you don't follow everything by the book, holy shit, the world's going to come to an end.
So,
you know, and that's not fun.
Man,
that's
really?
Well,
so Jay, they do have a dual band DMR radio through Wuxen. It is the KGUVN, Union Victor November 1.
Okay.
And it is a
nice. I'll look into that on Monday, dude.
Hey, they got me in there, baby. I'm still live. I'm just grabbing my coffee here. Oh, you did? All right. Let's see. Where am I at?
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll flip my
Yeah,
camera.
I had bad retina. It started in the right eye, and then it went to the left eye. Had multiple tears, and they had oil in there, and then they drained the oil in the left eye. He's like, yeah, you can still wear glasses and you know, still do your thing, you know, bowling, golf, billiards, RC cars, all that was just swept underneath me in 2017.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was a certified aircraft mechanic, and you know, I went to automotive. So no, don't be sorry, man. That's what I had. I was usually I was on
Hey, Dan the man, welcome in.
Clapper there for a while. I had huge followers over there, and a buddy and me and him would do blind doodles. And, he would
That's
text
cool.
me, and then you guys in the chats would try to figure out what I'm drawing. So it was like kind of like pitching her. I had no idea what I'm drawing. So
We're doing good, brother. Hey, Andrew, welcome in.
yeah, so the vision just got worse, and something to do. All the hobbies are gone.
Sure.
I had vision all the way up till 2022, and then each month it just started fading away. So now I just see shadows and my light and stuff.
Yeah.
And so my friend talked me into the DMR stuff, and here I am.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
cool.
The antenna should be okay like that. Do I have enough ground plane on it? Or?
Todd, I have no idea. You got to hook a meter to it. I don't know.
Okay. So what would you recommend to what kind of meter? Just something decent, or can I get it off of Amazon? Does it matter what kind of SWR meter it would be?
It does matter. It's got to be for the frequency. So the meter that I use at the shop will go from 120 megs to 500 megs. And I bought that meter off of DX Engineering. It's made by Moonraker.
Okay.
And I think I paid $45 for it. They're pretty cheap.
Now I can leave that in line still, right? And still talk. It won't hurt anything.
Yeah, you can if you want. It's also a power meter, so it'll show you how much watts you're putting out. But it's on your base station. It's probably not a bad idea to keep it in line, actually. But
I can't see it, but I'd have to have the wife check.
Yeah.
When I had my station set up when I lived in Chino, I always checked everything. Radio antenna, amplifier to amplifier, everything, and make sure I had a flat match all the way across.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So, when do you think you're going to get in? When I talked to you earlier about the GMSR, are you into that too, or no?
Yeah, that's the radios that we sell at the shop is GMRS, General Mobile
GMRS,
Radio
yeah.
Service. General Mobile Radio Service, GM.
Now, do you sell it as a couple set, or?
No, they're single. So, this is a professional grade radio. It's not an Amazon special.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, they're really, really good radios. I so impressed with them. So my wife and her pickup, we put a magnet mount Comet 2x4 on her roof, ran the coax in through the door, and she's got a little SO239 to B and C adapter, or a SMA adapter.
Okay.
And she just takes the antenna off her handheld and screws in the coax to her handheld, and that's what we talk on.
Nice.
When I leave work, that's 16 miles away, and we're talking simplex. I programmed a channel just for her and I, so it's a private channel. And
Hey, Joe Dirt, welcome.
Hey,
Joe Dirt.
If I went simplex on the radio and put a Yagi on it, would that help any, or?
Yeah, if you put a Yagi pointed towards the tower, absolutely.
Well, I mean, would that get me any farther, like shooting DX, or because I love that? That's the only thing I miss on AM radio.
Well, you don't shoot DX with a GMRS, but yeah, if you had a CB, you could, sure.
Man, I want to get back into AM, but it's too dirty. I don't like all the cussing and all that. That's one of the other reasons why I went to the ham.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, there's no skip when you're dealing with GMRS radios. Now ham there is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I can go to a ham with a Yagi.
Sure, absolutely.
Because that's what I had at the tail end when I got my fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm curious on that. When the FCC came and seen you, they come knock on the door, or they send you a letter in the mail, or?
Oh, they just pulled right up. Took my Cobra 2000. I went from 28025 to 26. I don't remember the frequencies I had in it.
They come and actually physically took your stuff.
Took my radio and one of my
Jesus.
other. I had a loudmouth amplifier. It was called the loudmouth. It was 2 driving 6, I think, 8950s, I believe. And that's all I had hooked up. I had the Golden Falcon up in the Golden Eagle in the house. So I had it all set up in the garage.
Oh wow!
Knocked on the door, and here's your fine.
That must have been a
$1,500.
long time ago.
Yeah, it was like in the 80s.
Yeah, because in the early '90s, the FCC turned over all that
Right.
stuff to local law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why?
Really? So,
Yeah,
so
you
they
know,
could use it?
you know why?
It was
Because cell phones came out.
Yeah.
And the FCC is so busy with cell phone companies and towers, that's where all their money is. So they didn't give a shit about CBs anymore.
Yeah, back in the days.
That's right.
That's why when I see what's his name, Luke, build all these 20 pill amplifiers, my mouth is dropping. How do you guys get away with this now?
So Jim at 307 Amplifiers, he's building amps for my shop now, and he just built a guy a 32 pill.
Damn.
And those are $250 a piece, huh? Did they go up more?
Oh, I don't know. They fluctuate a lot. I know they're expensive, but he said when you keyed down on that amp, it pulled 800 amps.
Jesus.
All right, Dad.
What-
73s. We'll see you next time, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh.
What is the limit on that, Wolfman? I'm curious as far as FCC approval. How much power can you push before they get you?
Well, you're not supposed to have more than a 4-watt dead key, and you're not
Yeah.
supposed to swing past 12 watts.
Yeah. Okay.
My
that
dead
answers
key
the
was 1,000.
It's
Well,
only
that's
illegal
why
if
it
you
says on the box that you're not supposed to have this device.
Yeah.
So the laws, you got to remember that a lot of people don't understand this. When it comes to the FCC, there are rules and there are laws. You have
Yeah.
to follow laws. You don't have to follow rules.
You can
It
break
was
the rules, break the law.
Say that.
I had to
like the way
wait.
you said that.
I had to wait
Well,
for my neighbor when
they,
Cheers was on. She wouldn't let me key down. That she was the only neighbor that would interfere her TV. And
Well,
then-
now you don't have to worry about it because all television is digital. It doesn't even mess with it no more.
I thought I would have still with my man. I knew I should have kept that stuff.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, everything is
959.
digital now. So now CBs don't mess with anything. You know, back in the day, garage doors were on 27 megs. You could key your mic and open up a garage door. You could crash a model airplane or an RC car. Well, all that's digital
Yeah.
now.
It's all
So it doesn't
27
affect.
now.
Yeah, so it doesn't mess with it no more. When I was a kid, I had a base station in my second floor apartment, 102 whip off the balcony. And one Saturday morning, I woke up and I'm down there in the parking lot cleaning out my car, and my neighbor was this old lady. And she came out and she goes, "Jay, I think my house is haunted." I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, I heard someone talking through my toaster last night.
Yeah, right.
Then I went,
That's it.
dude, I felt so bad. Oh man, and I couldn't lie to her. I said, "Ma'am, that was my CB radio. That's your house ain't haunted. I'm sorry, ma'am." So what we did an experiment. I said, "Now take your toaster, wherever you got it set, turn it 90 degrees from where you got it set." She turned it 90 degrees, and that fixed it.
Oh, that's funny, man.
That's hilarious.
A month later, I joined the Navy. Yep.
Hey, Jay.
You're talking
Yeah.
about the rules and the laws, Wolfman. You know, it's like they say on the super sled. You out there big trucking. And they say, well, you can't go over the speed limit.
Hey,
70.
Bradley,
You know, the
Wolfman.
speed limit is what you can get away with. That's what
Right.
the speed is.
Well, here's the way it works with the FCC. So they think they could just do whatever the hell they want. They got too much power. So what they do is whatever the law says, they say, "Oh, we'll just put this rule in there. Okay, now you can't do this and you can't do that. And you can't." But it never got passed.
Right.
It's not a law.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like mid 80s when they came to the house. I loved it too, man. I'd wait for Skip because I worked graveyard, and then
Hey, Chris, welcome in.
right where the freeway and everything came together, like there was like a highway and then another freeway and another freeway, and it was always congested there. So I'd go to 19 and wait for the morning sun flares flare up, at dawn, and the Skip would roll in, or DX, whatever you call it. But I would just go to 19 and just my handle over there was "Shut Up, Stupid." And I just that damn tomato truck lost his back trailer and got tomatoes all over the freeway, and I'm gonna get off here and take this surface street and go around it. And a lot of the drivers, got mad, wanted to yank down my antenna, and I said, "Your radio has a knob on it just like mine does. You can turn it off, or I entertained you, or something. So."
Well, like when I was a kid growing up, that old man George that taught me how to work on radios, he was 78 years old when I was 14.
Oh,
George was one of General Patton's radio men in World War II.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So, but one thing that George beat into my head, he goes, I know shoot and skip is fun because I enjoy doing it too. You don't do that shit on Channel 19. That's for the truckers only.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And to this day, that's just ingrained in my head out of respect.
Yeah.
You leave the truckers alone. But, like sometimes I'll monitor 19, and if someone needs help or directions, whatever, I give it to them. But,
right.
I wasn't shooting Skip there. I was just waiting for it to roll in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Channel 6 or what was it, 14? I was on 6 and 14, and then 36 on lower sideband.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Hey, Roy, what question do you got?
Well,
Rigmaster, what will it work on?
CJ and I were talking about this the other night. I was actually asking CJ. With the Rigmaster antenna analyzer, the 55 zoom, what frequencies will that cover, i.e.
10 and 11 meter.
So just 10 and 11 meter?
Yeah.
Okay. So like for the GMRS, that's what? I forgot. That's
So the GMRS meter that I use at the shop is made by Moonraker, and it covers everything from 120 to 500 megahertz.
Okay.
So with the GMRS antennas, they have to be tuned just like CB, correct or incorrect?
Any antenna needs to be tuned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at buying an analyzer, because I'm so far away from everybody that I was looking at the Rigmaster, but I didn't want to buy it until I knew for sure.
Yeah, well, any antenna needs to be tuned if it's a transceiver. So I'll tell you a funny story. I used to have a guy named Mark that worked at the shop, and his wife worked for Sandia Labs, and she worked on the RF or the satellites and whatever.
Right.
And she knew it all. And I asked her, I said, do you have to have an isolator and a tuned antenna for a receiver? And she just looked at me. She goes, I'm not sure. And I said, okay, and you work for Sandia Labs. And she goes, I started working for the labs, 15 years ago, and they're the ones that taught me how to solder. And I just fucking walked away. Yeah, it's sad that, these people working for the government don't even know that shit.
Right.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So if you have an antenna that just receives, you can receive off a coat hanger. You could receive off a barbed wire fence. Doesn't matter. But if you're going to talk on it, then that coat hanger or that barbed wire fence has to be tuned to the frequency. And I did that one day at a radio meet. And Chris has one of their soldering irons. That's cool, dude. I used to have one from Goodrich Aerospace.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I hooked up a radio to a barbed wire fence, an old barbed wire fence that was halfway knocked down. Hooked up the meter to it, got a pair of dikes, started trimming the wire till it tuned up to the frequency. Boom, we talked off of a fence.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Jay, real quick. So they just put out breaking news from live storm chasers from last night. Bakersfield, Missouri. The death toll unfortunately has climbed to 10 in Missouri so far. Homes are completely gone.
Shit.
Damn it. I was hearing about Jonesboro. They were hollering about Jonesboro a lot last night. How did it come
Yeah.
through?
I know, Justin, last night, dude, it was crazy. I think CJ said that there was 20 active tornadoes last night.
Yeah. It was thick. I got friends up in Clarksville, Tennessee, and I was worried about them. But fortunately, it died out before it quite got there.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, they had one Pico Rivera down here in L.A. that it was 2 minutes it touched. Couldn't believe it. You know, you have your snow, you have your next day your water skiing, the next day your snow skiing, and then the next day you're at the beach, and then here comes the rain, and then all of a sudden the shaky grounds, and then you have a tornado. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
The transition Yolo, we start the Louisiana and Mississippi border, but guys, right now, it's that southernmost tornado warning that is good.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're talking about Alabama and Mississippi today, or
Yeah, right now I'm watching the live feed. Louisiana and Mississippi has already started. It started about an hour ago.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that rain moved out of here this morning early here in East Texas. But fortunately, we didn't. We caught the tail end of it. Yeah, it's going to get thick back over there toward the east. I think Georgia and Alabama they're talking.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think this tornado season is starting a little early. We might have a bad season. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we live right here in the middle of Tornado Alley where I'm at. So,
oh wow,
this time of year, East Texas. It gets pretty thick here.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Justin, before I forget, I wanted to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
So, if you're going to set up that Starduster antenna,
yes, sir.
Find a 30-foot
MR 400. What'd you call it? MR 400?
No, I use RG 213.
Oh, I thought you said something about an MR 400 or RM 400.
No, the name of the antenna is the M400.
M400. Yes. I got right.
But anyway, find a 30-foot pipe, not a pole, a pipe.
Like PVC or metal?
No, metal pipe. Something heavy duty, something thick that'll handle the wind.
Oh, okay, I got you.
If you just get a cheap pole, the wind can fold them and bend them in half. But you get an actual pipe.
30 foot.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. What about conduit? Would that work? Screw together conduit?
Copy that, Roy. We'll catch you later. 73, brother. I'll call you later.
Fold, wouldn't it?
Yeah, conduit's not thick enough.
It's not heavy at wall enough.
That's why I said don't get a pole, get a pipe.
Pipe, okay. Solid piece.
Well, because the pipe is thicker.
I
hey,
got
Tiffany,
you.
what's up? Gunny's on here.
What, your finger? Sorry, my grandson.
Together, couldn't you? Like if you got two 10s, a couple or whatever you call it.
Yeah, you could. You can find a 30-foot pipe. Get one solid piece. It's stronger.
Yeah, I can get a piece of oil field tubing and use that.
There you
piece
go.
Of 2 3/8 or 2 and 5, 2 and 7/8.
So if you want a simple setup, get a 6-foot T-post.
Mm-hmm.
Drive it 3 feet in the ground.
Okay.
Get 2 U-bolts or 3 U-bolts. You put that pipe right up against that T-post, right in the channel of the Y, and then just U-bolt it to that T-post. And then that pipe will go right up against the eave of your building. You can take some of that plumber's hanger and some like 3-inch heavy-duty wood screws and screw it right in the side of that eave of the house.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it. Kind of like a weatherhead, sort of like a weatherhead setup.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I might do that.
Okay.
Would that be enough for a Yagi antenna to go a 30-foot pole? Or do I have to go higher?
Well, it depends on the size of the Yagi.
When you are talking about Yagi, I'm not familiar. What?
A beam antenna.
It's a directional antenna. You put it on an electric motor that rotates, and you turn the antenna to talk in the direction you want to talk.
Directions. I got directional.
I think it's a 5-element beam, I think. It's only
well, they
like
make
5
3
feet.
element, 5 element, 8
Yeah.
element. You know,
It's not that
so
big. I think the boom on it's what, 5 feet.
some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good for me because I live in a mobile park. But the owner's cool. He said, yeah, if I have any problems, then I have to tear it down. So.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Wolfman. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to look up what a Yagi looks like, it's spelled Yagi.
YAG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that little ground plane I have on that antenna, that's going to be okay, or should I go with the cookie sheet or something?
I have no idea. You got to put a meter on it.
Okay, that'll settle all my problems with the meter then, right?
At the end of the day, it's all about the meter. So many times guys come in the shop and they go, well, you've done this for 40 years. What tunes up on a Peterbilt? Fuck, I have no idea. Every Peterbilt has a different ground plane. So to give you an example, I had a guy buy 2 brand new Freightliners in Albuquerque, drove them right to my shop. These trucks had less than 50 miles on them.
Right.
One truck, the antenna tuned up beautiful. And the other truck, I had to turn them away. No matter what I did, I could not get anything to tune up on that truck.
Okay.
So I don't know. You just got to put a meter on it, Todd.
Okay.
So, Chris, what are you up to today, man?
Oh, same thing I'm always doing. Trying to take
Burning
over
wood?
the world. Oh, yeah, burning wood.
So that
Yeah,
real quick, and I'll get out of here. So I appreciate all the info, man. It really means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
With that being right there on my file cabinet, that'll be because the repeater is right here off of Snow Peak.
Yeah.
I think it's only like 7 or 8 miles. So
Yeah.
would that be fine where the antenna's at, or should I just put it out, get another antenna and put it outside?
I have no idea. You got to put a meter on it. I don't know.
That's my question. All right, cool, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But now, let's say your antenna tunes up,
right,
and it's really good, then it's going to come down to experimentation. So if you hook your radio up to it and you can ping the tower, yeah, well then you're fine. If not, yeah, then you're going to have to go outside. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you go outside, you're going to have way, way, way better luck.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for the info. Thanks for bringing me up. I think I had the wife follow you. So.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Todd. Anytime,
Yeah.
man. If you need any help, you let me know.
Yeah, I'll call the shop or something there. She wrote it down too, the number to the shop. So.
Awesome. Yeah, and if I don't answer because we're busy, just make sure you leave me a message and I'll call you back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys have a good day then. Thank you.
You
so
too,
much.
Todd.
All right.
We'll see you, bud.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chris, just to bring you up to speed, that gentleman I was talking to, Todd, he had a procedure done to his eyes and he lost his eyesight.
Uh-huh.
So he's trying to get back into radio. He used to be a big CBer back in the 80s. Well, now he can't see. So we're just trying to help him out, get him back on the airwaves.
Well, I got you. That's cool.
Come on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to let you go, brother. I got youngins. My grandsons are up and about. I'll catch you later. You're gonna be on here tomorrow, I guess you said, right?
Yeah,
Wolfman?
we'll be on tomorrow morning and at night. Yep.
10-4. I'll catch you back more later, brother. Y'all have that big old good day.
Yeah, you too, Justin. If you got any questions, give me a call, bud.
Hey, I appreciate all the info, brother, and the help. Thank you very much.
You're
Y'all
very
have a blessed
welcome. Yeah, you too. God bless you. All right. So what are you up to, Chris?
Oh, not much. Just trying to finish up what I started the other night. I was able to save my progress, and it saved everything the same size. So all I had to do was drag my object into the workspace space and highlight it, and it's cutting away.
Oh,
My new
nice,
fan
dude.
My new fan came in, and it's not all cloudy in here. Normally, it's cloudy in here and smells like a campfire in my house. It's not too bad today.
Right on, man. That's cool. How did your date night go?
Oh, it was good. It's always a good time. Even when we have a little bit of a disagreement, we still have a good time.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, she's a cool woman. We were talking about the the new laws that were going into effect, and I forgot to ask her about that new gun law that they just passed or trying to pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were adding some stuff to. She wasn't, but it passed through her department, and some of her people under her examined the bill. They added some new bills to, or new crimes to racketeering. So we were kind of talking about that last night.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it depends for
Welcome in.
what side of the spectrum you're on. I brought the topic up because a friend of mine was kind of asking about it because he knows about it, and he's not a bad person, but you know he's kind of not in favor of what they're trying to pass and what they've added to racketeering. Because of rooster fighting, and so they added that to it. So if you're busted doing that, you're going to be classified as a pretty high up there criminal with a bunch of pretty bad crimes.
Huh. Rooster fighting. I think there's bigger fish to fry in New Mexico than that shit.
Right? That's what he's thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, they added that to the list, and they were asking for funding, and it's passed the House, and I think it's now in the Senate, or vice versa. I don't remember which way it works, but more than likely it's going to get passed.
Yeah, that's something we really need to worry about. That is a big problem in New Mexico. Not the homeless, not the illegals, not, you know.
Right, exactly. So yeah, so he's got to get rid of all of his because he doesn't want to go down if because if you get busted, you lose everything. You lose everything, property and everything. So he's done.
Yeah,
I wanted to help him. He makes good money.
Yeah.
When he was telling you the money, I was like, "No shit, you need help."
What's that, Gunny?
So everybody takes that shit ever since Michael Vick.
I can barely hear you, Gunny.
It's because I got my damn window open. Anyways, I said
Get closer to your phone.
Everybody takes that shit serious ever since Michael Vick got busted for rooster fighting.
Oh, yeah. So, Gunny, let me ask you a question. How do you think we handled that super trucker? How's that?
Yeah, I think he did pretty good. I had to mute myself and bow out of that because it was,
Yeah, I understand.
And no, what I was referring to, that other text I sent you was when 18-wheeler was on there. She was asking you specific questions.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a pretty cool chick, but Chris, we had a guy in here earlier that Gunny called him a super trucker because he knew everything.
Trucker.
Yeah, dude. And you know, I'm not demeaning anyone's intelligence or their experience or what they do.
Hey, Rex.
But, you know, we got a guy that has been a truck driver for 40 years. I am sure he is a damn good truck driver.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with radio? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a totally different animal.
Well, the sad part is, though, Jay, is it takes one to know one. So I guess, guess I made myself out to be a super trucker, didn't I?
Like our super pilots out here, they know everything.
Well, yeah, same thing. Yeah, CJ. But here's a great example, Gunny. So when you and I first met at the shop, and then we started working on your radio, you learned a lot.
I'll admit I didn't know shit. I mean, other than the basics, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, I will admit, I did know that the 18-foot coax, that was just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of shops try to sell you on that because if the price difference from a 9-foot to an 18-foot is about 10 to 15 bucks, so they just made another 10, 15 bucks off you for nothing. See?
Right, exactly.
Hey, ISS Radio Amateur, how you doing? Welcome in.
But, you know, with that being said, I did learn so much because of the antenna and how everything is about your antenna.
Yep. That old truck you had, that sucker would talk pretty good, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it was booming pretty good. But I tell you what, you guys.
What's that, Gunny?
I said you guys did a hell of a job on this one too, though, because this one gets out.
Nice.
Talks quite a ways. This new truck.
Good. Yeah, wait till we. You know what we got to do in your truck, Gunny? Is put that 2-pill 307 amp in there. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about one of those, and then my buddy Mike too. He's interested in one of those as well.
Yeah, we can get you hooked up.
What's going on with this storm? I'm looking at it on that radar there. What happened? I couldn't caught the tail end of it.
Hey, CJ, go ahead.
So everything that's seeing on my computer right now, that's all live tornado warnings and everything. Louisiana, Mississippi area that I'm watching.
Because I have a friend in Mississippi that hit me up at like 1:30 this morning, and I missed his text. I got back to him this morning, and he needed some money for a hotel for him and his wife and his dogs.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, this
They
is
were
all
avoiding it.
live.
Yeah.
This is all live tornadoes, and it's supposed to be they're calling this the Deadly South system because they've got 3 supercells that they're watching. They're all supposed to be real devastating tornadoes tonight. Hey, Scottish Sovereign, welcome in.
Yeah, so I sent him a few bucks to get into a hotel room. And then, yeah. I told him if you ever needed it, you got a place to stay here.
There you go.
Well, and I know they said this storm front's going to continue because there's another one coming into Utah, and it's going to start working its way that way.
Yeah.
Gonna
it's
dip
going
down,
to keep coming.
dip down over us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, Mike is headed that way, Jay. I told him, I said, you better just swing into Lisa's there and camp out for a day. I said, because Texas has been shitty. Everywhere's been shitty over there.
Yeah.
There's not much going on in Utah, not like there is over.
Hey, Swing King, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're having a great day, sir.
Yeah, CJ, we've just been getting the snow over here.
Yeah, New Mexico's got snow flurries around Santa Rosa area.
Yeah, I know they said it's supposed to snow on and off out here all day and then taper off by the night. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty nice out here, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wyoming's not looking that bad. Let's see, up where I'm at. So I'm right here with this blue dots out in Grand Forks.
Hanging out like a hare in a biscuit. That's right. That's cool, man. Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're just last night and today we've been following all these storms, and we got a lot of friends that are truck drivers, obviously, so we're just trying to help everybody out. That's all. Last night was bad, Swing King. There was like 22 tornadoes.
Was there any fatalities?
Oh yeah,
casualties.
Yeah, there was right now 10 in Bakersfield, Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and it's just getting started, Chris. I mean, this is.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go outside, dog? Can you go outside? You've been drinking a lot of water. Let's go outside. Well, she had a good time with her sister last night and this morning. So
awesome.
When when she comes out of my bedroom after playing with her, she's got to go potty because she's going to sleep the rest of the day.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't show anything, but here's some of the what pictures
Oh,
were taken.
I see it.
Dude, I saw a picture
That's
of
awful.
a tornado went through a neighborhood, and it did not destroy the house, but it expanded the house so much that the drapes over the window got sucked out of the wall, in between the ceiling and the wall, and then the wall came back down when the wind went away, and the curtains were stuck up there in the wall.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, it lifted the roof up enough to where it sucked the curtains over the top of the wall.
And then
Wow.
the roof came back down on them.
Yep.
That's crazy. I had seen a video about sometime in the past where maybe I'm wrong about how long it was on the ground, but they said the tornado was on the ground for like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think
There
it
was
right.
I don't
like in
remember the year,
30s or
Chris.
something like that. I think it was
Yeah.
in the 30s, 20s or 30s, something like that.
Well, there was actually one that I saw. I used to watch a lot of those documentaries, and there was one that was on the ground for 6 hours.
Maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one.
Nuts. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
That's the
conditions
one.
were
I
right.
knew it was
No one-
ridiculous. Come on, let's go inside. I can smell my wood burning out in the front yard. Come on.
The whole neighborhood's like, why does Chris have a wood stove going right now?
I know, right? Why is there smoke coming from his kitchen window? Bless you. Okay.
Just tell everybody you're learning how to cook.
Yeah.
It's the new Bluetooth
Yeah.
chimney.
That's right. Bluetooth chimney.
Bluetooth chimney. Like those trucks I see here in town, I call them, what do I call them? Mall crawlers with the Bluetooth front axles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where that tornado hit just north of Poplar Bluff, Arkansas, they've got a good majority of the power outage up there.
Yeah. That's the least of their worries.
Yeah.
Roxy girl. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Where'd your sister go? She go home?
Yeah, we're almost up to 8,000 likes, Jay.
Yeah, that's really cool. We got 14. There you go. We got 14 subscribers to the page so far. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got 14 subscribers and 14 teammates.
Nice.
We're at the top 10% of League C4.
Awesome.
So I had gotten a notification about setting up a subscription thing. What is that all about? I know you get to see, like you put other videos up there that only subscribers can see.
Yep.
But how does that work?
So it pays you I think it's like $2.99 per subscriber.
Uh-huh.
So you'll make, about $3 per subscriber that subscribes to your channel.
So you have to make specific content for that part?
You can if you want. That's what I do. So I did some technical videos, how to set up your rig expert antenna analyzer, stuff like that. And for subscribers only.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do technical videos on radios and stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. I'd do that if I was able to test my drag car more often, and then I could help, people specifically with tunes and stuff.
Sure. That's a great idea.
I don't have the time right now to go and do the testing and do all the data logging that I'd need to be able to build a throttle curve.
Sure. That'd be a good idea, though. The only thing is,
Hey, Doughboy, welcome in.
when doing these lives, you got to babysit it. You got to do it almost every day to keep the rankings up.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be hard to do. Oh man, this panel is coming out sweet.
Nice. What are you making now?
It's that one I was continuing, that one layer project that I was working on the other day.
Oh, okay. That layered one?
Yeah, that real detailed layered one. This one I'm on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the 5th panel, and after that I have 3 more to go.
Wow.
So I'll be able to finish this one today. And then I have another one that's it looks like the inner workings of a wristwatch, of like a mechanical watch.
Oh,
And that one
cool.
takes 12 panels, so I'm gonna have to order some more wood.
Buddy.
Nice.
And then it has a place, it carves out a place to put one of those clocks that you can get for like projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So it would actually tell time.
Oh, man, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do one of those.
Cool.
I don't know if I'll start it today, but I want to finish this one and go outside and work on the cars for a little bit.
Hey, 50,
Nice.
you're welcome in.
Hey there, Gunny. Are you at the yard?
Yeah, I'm at the yard.
There's Big Mac.
As I say, while Chris is on here, I'll show him the car that I got in the trailer.
Nice.
Cool.
There you go.
Oh,
old Chevy Monza 2+2.
That's cool. What motor in that?
It's got a built 350.
Nice.
Yeah, was that like a 383 stroker?
Yeah. It's all caged out.
Really
fun little
cool.
car. Fun little car.
Were you on the live the other day when I showed my GTO?
Hey, Jeremy, welcome in.
No, but I did see your TikTok. I seen that red one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, everything on the frame, the suspension, and all that's underneath is all brand new. Rear end.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. I like it.
Hey, so is yours.
Yeah, it's my old man's, but he's 83 years old and senile, so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah. You ought to run it.
The problem is they shut down the track that's out here in Utah. They closed it down about 4 years ago, so unless I go run it anywhere, I got to go clear to Vegas.
Yeah, that sucks, man, because they keep trying to shut our track down here because residential areas keep moving in around it. But then they get pissed because they shut us down, and then they get pissed at us because we take our cars back to the street.
Right. Duh.
Yeah, it's like we have the drag strip south of Albuquerque. We've got Sandia, there's Vado, there's the one down in Philadelphia. I think that's about it.
What's that? I can barely hear you.
Yeah, we can barely hear you, CJ.
Hold on, sorry. No, the racetracks that we have, I think we have there's Sandia on the west side. There's the drag strip out by the airport. There's Vado down in Cruces, and then there's the one in Thule, and I think Gallup or Grants is the other one my son goes to, and that's it.
Yeah. I know we do a lot of street racing down by Gallup. I don't exactly know the road, but 1320 likes to go out there at least once a year.
Yeah.
There you go, Jay. There's my turboed sled.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
That's wicked.
Yeah, Chris, I think he said he's running like, 9 pounds of boost or something?
Well, it's capable of 14 pounds, and I keep it around 8 to 9. About 210 horsepower, 14 pounds of boost. It's right up around 230.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yep. That's more my hobby, Chris.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool, man. I'm running about 16 pounds in my Mercedes.
Wow.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember the old Mad Max movie where he's got that supercharger on the switch?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's how my Mercedes is. I just don't have a mechanical switch. It engages at a certain RPM magnetically.
Yeah, electromagnet, like an AC clutch.
Yep.
Yep. That's cool.
Dude,
It's a lot of fun.
they make superchargers for sleds too.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
That
can
would
put a
sound
super.
cool.
Oh, they sound wicked, dude. I mean, that turboed one I got, it's straight pipe, so it's pretty badass. And it's all
Hey,
intercooled and everything. But yeah, them supercharged ones, dude, they're just nasty. And
They still have a whine too?
What's that?
They still whine too?
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's cool.
Yeah, fun stuff. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I got to get some work done because I got to go get that trailer today. So
That's
Nice
cool,
truck.
man.
All right, Gunny.
So we'll catch you guys later. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw the new trailer on the live tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be great, dude. I'd love to see it.
All right, fellas. You guys have a good one.
You
All right,
too, my
Gunny.
friend. Have a good day.
one.
Yeah,
Later.
we'll see you. See you, Chris. See you, CJ.
Yeah, Gunny's a cool guy, man.
Was he the one that sent me the picture, or you sent me the picture of his trailer?
Yeah, that's him, dude. Yep.
I totally forgot to show it to my boss and ask him.
That's okay. There's time.
Yeah. Oh, Roxy, what are you doing? I'm surprised you're awake.
Yeah, when I first opened up the radio shop, I met him. And just like a lot of truckers that come there, they're a little leery. Oh, no, another CB shop. And I get it, man. I get it. And yeah, we put a system on his truck, and he's like, holy shit, dude, I've never had a radio work like this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
That's cool. So what are you up to today, man?
Well, my friend, pretty soon I'm going to have to jump in the shower and get cleaned up and take my beautiful wife out to dinner.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, man, tonight's our date night, so
Yeah.
we might swing down there to that on 4th Street, that Moses County store,
Uh-huh.
get some more vitamins and stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
from there, we just head over to Vernon's, just right down the street.
Well, you're welcome. Come down earlier and swing by the house, and you can check out what I got going on here.
Nice. Yeah, if we get out of here in time, I sure will.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right
It'd be
now,
cool to
she's
see you
doing
there.
it'd be nice to see you too again, man. And I got a thing that I'm building for you. I just haven't had time to finish it. But when it's finished, I think you're really going to like it. It's going to come out cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate
And, oh, yeah, no, man, it's all good. Hell, it's the least I can do for you. And right now, my wife, she's doing laundry and stuff like that. So,
That's cool.
yeah, once we get all that stuff done, we'll see where we're at on time. And But
Yeah,
I
there
can't
you
wait
go.
to get that little thing done, dude, because for me, I think that's going to be one of the coolest pieces I've done. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, and well, hopefully it turns out good. I'm too hard on myself.
I'm sure. Well, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
like you want it perfect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
same way.
Exactly. I guess we're considered perfectionists.
Yep.
It's starting to get a little smoky in here now. I can see a little haze, but it's nothing like it has been.
Cheech and Chong, when they get pulled over by that cop and he rolls down the window and all that smoke rolls out.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but yeah.
That cracked me up. Can I
That's
see your
hilarious.
license? Isn't it on the bumper?
Hey, that sounds like something I would say.
Right?
When he asks Chong, "How am I driving?" He goes, "I think we're parked."
I think we're parked.
Or I saw a clip the other day, yesterday on TikTok of Cheech and Chong, and it was when they're in him and Cheech and Chong are in the police station, and the cops are radioing back to headquarters, and he goes, "This is code name Hard Hat," and he goes, "Lard Ass?" He goes, "No, Hard Hat." Okay, lard ass.
Aye.
Those
Those
movies are
guys,
great.
yeah, they are, dude. Those guys were funny.
And every time you mention Stryker, I think of that movie Airplane.
Striker, smack!
Whack! Surely you can't be serious.
I
Quit
am
calling me
serious. Don't
Shirley.
call me Shirley.
I laughed so hard where he's sitting there flying that plane, and he reaches over and hits the autopilot, and that pilot inflates.
And he starts to deflate, and she's got to blow him up.
And then he's got a cigarette.
Yeah. Now I gotta watch that movie.
Yes. Oh,
That
that's a
shit-
good movie.
That shit was awesome, man. God, they had some good sense of humor back then.
Yeah.
they can't do that shit anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. Heaven
I
forbid.
did see a movie. We did watch a movie last night called "Just Go with It," and it's kind of a newer movie.
Orlando.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
I hadn't either. My brother told me about it, and I looked it up last night, and
Yeah.
we watched it on Amazon Prime. I think I rented it, and we laughed our asses off.
Nice.
Probably woke up the kids.
I believe Orlando that just came in. That's one of our other pilot cars.
Oh, nice. What's up, man?
I believe. Because he just texted me and I sent him a link, so he should be jumping in.
How do you send links? Oh, I see.
So I just go down, hit share, go to SMS or whatever platform they're on, and I'll send the link. They just click it in it. Let you in.
He's a cool dude. Super highly knowledged in the Bible as well.
That's cool.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be amazing when it's done.
I bet that thing's gonna be cool, dude. When if you could put a real clock in it.
Yeah, when I
That
do
one?
that one, that one's going to be really cool. I'm
That's
excited
gonna be
to do
neat.
that one.
I bet that is gonna be cool.
Takes about an hour a panel on this one that I'm working on now.
Wow.
So well, the first two panels go pretty quickly. The third panel, it starts to take longer. So yeah, that's like 8 panels.
Yeah, more detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find out why there's a slowdown in the canyon.
Out here in Tejares?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, how are you able to see the cameras?
So go to nmroads.com and then you just click all cameras and it'll let you it accesses all the cameras in the state.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
There should be an app for your phone. Oh, it's snowing down here.
Yep.
There should be
there's
an
the
app.
same- You can do it
There
on
should
the
be
app.
an
here.
app for your phone that notifies you when you're coming up on a speed camera. I got a ticket from one of those the other day.
Waze, WAZE does it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. If you have it set up right, yeah.
Huh.
Yep, right there. If you come in through Carnival, they have it down. They have it shut down.
East or westbound?
Westbound.
Shit.
They have it shut down
Eastbound.
completely?
Eastbound. Sorry.
Okay,
Eastbound.
that's cool.
Yeah, construction closure eastbound from the
Oh.
170 to the 172. Various lane restrictions at New Mexico 333 on ramp. Oh, they're doing that Carnival exit.
Man, one year I had to help restripe that entire canyon man, that was kind of fun.
That's cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I worked for that was when I worked for Sandbar, and they were shorthanded. Normally, I stayed in the shop and worked on the trucks and painted their trucks in house, and they needed help driving. I was supposed to have a CDL, but they said, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. I drove a bumper truck. I drove the truck that hauls like all the extra media and stuff like that. And
Nice.
they were using thermal paint. So you throw these bags of paint inside this hopper, and it melts it. And then we would throw glass beads and mix it in with the paint as it was being sprayed. So it would spray the paint, this freaking hot ass paint on the road. And then after that, while it's still cooling, we're dropping glass beads on it so they reflect the headlight from the cars.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty cool. We recessed the stripes into the road itself, so we had to go with a grinder, grind everything first, and then fill it with thermal paint.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Wow, that's crazy.
It was fun. Those stripes are 10 feet long. Did you know they're 10 feet long?
No,
Don't
I
look
didn't.
like it when you're driving.
No, they're fucking 10 feet long, man.
Wow.
And one time I got sleepy, really freaking sleepy, and I'm cruising. You know, you're cruising like 2 to 3, maybe 4 miles an hour. You're creeping.
Yeah.
I started to doze off, and I crossed over their painted line. I'm like, oh shit. Get back on the radio, and I said, I'm sorry, guys. One time they got off the exit at the top of the hill there, and I kept on going. I was half asleep, so I had to cut across that dirt field that's there to catch back up to them.
Oh shit.
Man, they're all laughing their asses off when I caught up to them. I was half asleep.
Everyone's following the stripes and they're going right and left, right and left.
I've been there, done that multiple times with my job.
So what do you do?
I escort the wind turbine blades on my pilot car.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's a lot of like I'll be leading out 3 trucks tomorrow going down to Kansas. So we're up in Grand Forks, North Dakota right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this fan is definitely working better.
Good.
Oh, you know what? I see what happened. I have cardboard on the window set up. Oops. Set up to keep the smoke from coming back in, and it fell down. So yeah, I do have a little smoke.
Oh, there you go. What's up, David? And there's Mr. Chicken Hawk.
Chicken Hawk.
There we go.
Good afternoon, David. How are you, sir?
Oh yeah, it is lunchtime.
It is. I need to go get me food.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I got a shit-shaven shower.
Hey, Mike, welcome in.
Looks like it's going to snow at Cedillo Hill.
Yeah, you guys checked all the cameras and there's nothing out there. It's just overcast.
Yeah.
So how many people lost their lives in that tornado? Did you say 10?
10 so far, yeah.
10 people. Last night.
There was a tornado. Where?
Where was it?
Missouri.
Missouri.
Damn, it's crazy.
It rained where you're at, David. Where are you at?
So 6 more in the past 8 minutes have lost their
6
lives.
No
6
way.
more.
Is it just a series of tornadoes touching down everywhere?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
on here, pretty much most of this red that's right along this leading edge is tornadoes and severe flash flood warnings. But last night it was worse. I mean, they even put tornado warnings out for Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my kid's mother lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hey, dear Betsy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
Midwest residents wake up to tornado deaths and destruction. Missouri has reported at least 10 related storm deaths.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it was near Indiana, but
It's
Not in
well,
Missouri.
they're 2 hours south of Chicago.
Yeah, that whole area was impacted last night.
yeah, Chicken Hawk, the whole Midwest was popping last night. 22 tornadoes, I think, touched down.
And that was just within a few hours. There was a lot more. They were saying there was 84 total confirmed tornadoes by the time it was all said and done.
Wow, 84. Good gravy.
84.
Yeah,
Holy smokes.
right? And so last night, we started our live doing our normal radio talk, and CJ pulled up the radar, and we're like, we did a live for 3.5 hours last night, all about watching these storms.
I saw a little bit of it. So what we're watching right now is what's going on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all live.
Wow. That's a big chunk of land right there.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is just one of the two radars that I use, because I use this on the road a lot. Where is? So this is all current radar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the tornado season is starting early this year, so I'm guessing it's going to be a bad year, and I hope I'm wrong.
Hope not. I was saying that this winter is going to be an extremely cold winter, and we had some really cold days, but it wasn't terribly bad.
No, this was a pretty mild winter. We only had really one big snowstorm out here. We got 14 inches of snow, and in 3 days it was melted.
Yeah.
We had 1 week, maybe a week and a half, where it was extremely cold here, and that's when that water line I had here froze.
Yeah.
Chicken Hawk, the one that lost the 10 lives, that was in Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad's mother, her and her husband Pete lived out in Lebanon, Missouri. And after Pete passed away, we drove out there to move her back here. And we got to her house about 10 in the morning. It was beautiful blue sky. And Grandma was making everyone getting ready for lunch. And about 1 o'clock that afternoon, the air raid sirens went off. Walked outside. The sky was green. And
Really green?
Yeah.
So when there's a lot of hail in the sky, especially with like tornado seasons, and it turns green, that's hail balls.
It's moisture. It's moisture in the air. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And the light reflects differently.
Yep. And so she had a big circular driveway, and in that circle was a huge tree, huge. And then behind it was the house, and behind that was the farm. And so we went down in the basement, and that tornado went right by us, and it picked that tree up, and it lifted it over the house, never even touched the house, and laid it out there in the field. That was crazy.
Wow. That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
So Montana, Idaho area, just snow. Nothing too major.
Snow, don't you know?
Winter weather. Alert, looking at 2 inches of snow, 90%. Highway 56, Bull Lake Road, until about 2 p.m. this afternoon. That's about it.
How's the Mississippi area looking?
And here's the Mississippi, Alabama area. I'll change it to the other radar, and you can give you an idea.
I forget what town he lives in.
But yeah, these red squares, those are active tornado warnings.
Yep.
Wow.
Green is flooding, yellow severe thunderstorm.
And we're pretty
So,
close on our goal. We're 82 out of 100.
what is
That's
that
cool.
goal? I've been seeing that pop up.
So they're just coins that you send to the channel. It's
Oh,
yeah. I do that to help pay for all this audio equipment.
I got you. Hey, thanks for getting stuff from my showcase, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. I bought like $264 of shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, Chris, I need to send you my logo today at some point.
What's that?
I need to get you my logo sent over time today.
Yeah, send it over. And I don't always catch my emails, so just be patient.
Oh yeah.
My email is almost full, so it's hard to catch stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to keep my corporate email almost empty.
Yeah, if you guys go to my showcase, I got a bunch of stuff on there, including this G10 mixer that I'm talking on. And I just got it hooked up to my cell phone, Chris.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we got your live goal reached.
All right. CJ. He's the man.
It's time for lunch. It is lunchtime.
Lunchtime. All right, folks. Well, you want to call it a wrap?
Sure. Let's call it a wrap.
I need to get me some food too.
Tenfold. All right, guys.
Might send one of the kids to go get some burgers.
There you go.
That'll be my bread for the day.
Well, guys, thank you all for joining. Thanks for all the likes, all the shares, all the gifts. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the subscribers. And so for all you guys that are new, when you subscribe to the channel, you guys get exclusive videos that only you guys can see. And you all guys get a discount at the shop. So,
right on.
Yeah, man, I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed day. 73s to everybody. God bless. And happy trails. We'll see y'all on the flip-flop.
All right, 73s, everyone.
Have a good day.
See you tomorrow.
Whoa. What was that?
Chris did something on that. That's yours.
There you go.